Oh, 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 shoot. You know what I forgot to do? I did an oopsie. I forgot to set the game capture. Give me 1 second, children. Oh my god, thank you for subscribing, Paz. 14 months. Our baby is 5 months old. Have you thought about that? 5 months old? Christina is 5 months old. Are you proud? Are you a proud parent to Christina? Will you be better than her daddy? We hope. We hope. All right. Why isn't it showing the game? Come on. Please don't do this to me, Streamlabs. Give me 1 second, children. Streamlabs is making my balls ache. Okay, you know what? Capture any full screen application. If that doesn't work, I'm gonna scream. It should work. Okay, let's test it. Is this not a full screen game? I don't comprehend the problem here. What is the problem? Explain to me the issue. I'm in full screen mode. Resolution is fine. Everything looks good. I guess we're gonna have to just do display capture, which is a little annoying. So let's go to display capture, which should be here. I know there was no sound effect there. That's because I clicked the button with my hand. Alright, gang. I'm sorry. I had to do a bunch of other stuff before the... There we go. Here it is, finally. I was gonna be so mad. I'm just looking to have fun. I got my steering wheel out of the closet yesterday or the day before, so I thought, why not? So, let me show you what my boat looks like. So this is the trans semi-truck. You might notice that it's a pink and blue pearlescent sort of deal. We love it. We love it. I love my boat. Look at her. She's got bad posture too. She's just like me. She's just like me. Okay, all right. Now I fiddled with the controls a little, and I might need to do like, no, everything looks good. Everything looks good. All right. What? Is the engine not on? No, the engine is on. So why aren't I accelerating? Technical difficulties. Welcome to Addie's chat. Oh yeah, technical difficulties. Oh yeah, acceleration axis. Ah, see they got it wrong. Okay, everything looks good. Look up. Look left, right. Alright, everything. What the fuck happened? I don't know everything. I literally did this before the stream and I don't know why it's set up. It reset itself. Video games. Okay. There we go. What the fuck? It's remapped a bunch of my keys now. Hold up. Give me a second, children. I'm gonna set all you to default except for these. Now I'm gonna fiddle with these. No, that should be fine. That should be fine. Now look for left, right, left turn indicator, this one. Right turn indicator, this one. Anything else I'm going to need? Like turn on the engine? I'm gonna need that. Where is the engine? Engine brake? No. How do I turn on the engine? Where's the why do I turn on the engine? Camera controls, don't care about that. We don't care about this. Activate, I'll turn that to A. I am so sorry about this, King. It was working completely fine before I started the stream, and then I came back and it was all fucked up. I'm so sorry. Hopefully, everything is right now. Steering axis looks good. Acceleration axis fucked itself up again. What the fuck? What? No, see? That doesn't make any sense. What the fuck? Okay. What the shit? Why does this game hate me right now? Why does this game hate me right now? Let me try this one. Let me see if this one works. Okay, it's got like all of my commands, which is it's right. It's got all of my commands right, but like the acceleration isn't there. So let's fix it. Let's go here. Steering axis is perfect. Acceleration axis, this one. Brake axis, this one. Okay, everything should be good now. Everything seems good. My parking brake is on. How do I turn off the fucking parking brake? Space. Thank you, video game. I fucking did it. I am so smart. We're driving now, gang. Uh-oh? Look at the steering sensitivity on this game. I can't tell you, I'm turning the wheel all the way to the left. And the steering axis is shit. So let's fix it. Why is the steering sensitivity so low? Okay. Come back to normal. What? It's like not oh, it's got like... That's weird. That's weird. Right? It shouldn't... There should be no problem with it returning to center. Why is it not centering itself? Uh-oh, is Katie's talking shit about me in chat? Is she talking about Percy? Of course I'm getting blamed for this. Katie's talking shit about me when I'm trying to drive this fucking boat around and like the steering is fucked up for some reason. No, it's a wheel. Thank you. Please realize that this is a wheel. Okay. Okay. Now it looks good, I think. Alright. Okay, everybody. I think I fixed everything. You can stop being mad at me. How do I turn off the fucking windshield wipers? I don't know. Is it L? No, that's lights. Is it this one? I made them faster. Okay. How do I turn off the fucking... Gang, I don't know how to turn off the windshield wipers. I'm sorry. We're just doing a windshield wiper playthrough, I guess. Okay, hello everybody. Hello, Emma. I believe Emma was here before everybody else. Hello, Emma. That is the wrong one. Hello, Emma. Your GIF isn't working. Hello, Paz.
I shall die a bachelor.
Yours isn't working either. Hello, Paz.
I shall die a bachelor.
Hello, Katie. How is everybody? I am so sorry for the technical difficulties, this bullshit. So, here we are. Extreme FOV boat. Now, I have to go find a job. I don't know where we are. We're gonna find out. We are in Switzerland. We're in Bern. So we're gonna click that. I'm gonna click it. We find jobs in Bern. And when I first started this game, when it just does this, you're like, oh, all these cool jobs. No. You're gonna have to drive those jobs, dumb. We gotta click it. All right, so let's go to Felixstowe because I have been to Felixstowe in real life. And it's pretty good pay. So I don't know how much money I have. Let's look. Wrong button. I have 800,000 euros. So we want to get to a milli. Do you think we can do it by the end of the stream? Who knows? Let me find the button to turn off the fucking windshield wipers, gang. Give me a second. Where are the windshield wipers? P. Okay, thank you. P. Alright, windshield wipe. Okay, we're gonna go get our job. Now you'll see, you'll note. I have many a GPS in the inside of my boat here. My boat has so many GPSs. I just like to know where I'm going. I don't like the HUD in this game. I think the HUD is really gross. What is this noise my ship is making? You notice it? Sounds like a... Is it her? I don't think it's her. I think my boat is fine. Anyway, my boat is a Scania boat, which is, if you don't know, Scania used to make, also used to make fucking cars, and those were called Saab. And my first car ever was a Saab 9-3. It was a convertible little sports car. I miss it so much. It was like the bomb.com. It was truly fucking awesome. Okay. At another stoplight, but you know what? Fuck it. I've turned off all road laws because I'm an American. Do I look like I follow the rules? I'm confused. Is anyone else a little confused? Have y'all noticed that I've just gone in a circle? Has anyone just noticed this? I've just gone in a circle. I don't know where I'm going. Let's look at our map. I hate how easy it is to add a fucking waypoint. Alright. Where am I going? I'm going to Carre 4? Okay. Pez says, no, I was gonna ask you, but I didn't want to be rude. Listen, video games are difficult. Driving is difficult, especially streaming and driving. You try streaming and driving, Paz. See how good it does you. Alright, let's get our job. Should I turn on traffic laws? Should I obey the law? It is up to y'all. No, so don't go through there. That's where the regular car's at. Your big car. You go to the big car parking lot. Drive it in the middle of the road. Turn the whip. What? Yes, hello. Freight market. Yes, yes, yes. I want to go to Felixstowe. Hello, Aina. Hello, hello. Katie says... Wait, Emma says, I'm on page 26 of the Skyrim Special Edition Nexus, most downloaded LMAO. You need to turn off NSFW results. If you don't, you're gonna see a lot of anime titty. So many anime titty. So many bad, like, ugly hair options, too. Like, people can't even try to emulate the original vision of hair in Skyrim. They always make, like, anime-looking hair, or hair that's, like, looks like it's from The Sims. And so you get, like, the most confusing-looking person on the planet Earth. Because it's like, why do you, out of, like, hundreds of people in this game, have, like, completely different textured hair? That doesn't make any sense. It makes zero sense. Sorry. Sometimes sucks. I'm not used to driving a car that actually has brakes. So we're driving. I gotta get used to using the D-pad for, like, vision. Alright, we're turning right. Oh! We're good. I'm using the D-pad, so it's sort of... Maybe I should just use the mouse. Do we prefer the mouse or D-pad looking? Mouse? D-pad. Okay, I'm already driving like a crazy person. Let's cool it. Ooh, we need some gas. We're low on gasoline. This whip, take this turn a little slower, Addie. You're not trying to freaking crash. What are we carrying? Used packaging. Oh my god, we're taking a bunch of boxes. We're taking a bunch of boxes to Felixstowe. A bunch of used boxes. This is like a hint to Emma. I'm sending a bunch of used box packaging to England. Cough, cough, Emma. Where's my fucking VR headset? Emma says, oh, I have seen many titties and someone made physics for everything and it's hilarious. There's a few, like, There's this mod that I really like. I forget what it's called. I think it's like the Ordinator or something. And it allows you to like, basically it gives everything a new mesh and then it allows you to place things with like the numpad. Oh, it's fucking awesome. Fucking awesome. So we're driving down the road. Oh my god, I've just noticed. Oh my god. I don't know what happened. Okay, I need to explain something to you over the weekend. Over the weekend, I was trying to figure out the issue with this controller. Like, I know it has force feedback, like it comes with it and it works sometimes with games. Now it's starting to work with this game and I don't know what changed. I'm like, I can feel myself, like the controller vibrates when I run over the wake up bars. I'm driving way too fast. I can feel the entire vehicle shift to the left. Oh, no, we're in the right lane. We're in the right lane. We're in the right lane. We're driving. Equita says, remind me never to ride in... Wait, hold up. Who said that? Oh my god. Equita says, holy shit, remind me not to drive with Addie. Katie, can you attest to my driving skills are much better in real life than they are in a video game where you drive a giant truck around? Okay. Emma says, I am putting way too much trust in the new Nexus mod manager's ability to order things. Honestly, I have not had any issues with Vortex. I think Vortex is excellent with Skyrim. It is the game that it was made for. Well, maybe I should get into the left lane. These motherfuckers are obeying the speed limit as semi-trucks, and I'm not about that life. I'm about to take this sharp left turn, going as fast as fucking possible. I am also like not wearing any shoes, and I usually when I play like driving games like this and I'm using my steering wheel and pedals, I wear shoes. Not today. Shoes are for bitches. Also, gang, I need you to know I have added a mute command to my microphone so you won't get ambient sound noises when I'm going up to piss. Added it to the stream deck because like when I mute my microphone manually, it like makes a popping sound and it's really annoying and nobody likes that. I have to do it digitally. Uh-oh, bitches is yawning. I'm getting sleepy. I gotta go find somewhere to sleep. But look at that ray tracing on that sun. Oh, I should point out what I've got in my cab. So as we're driving, I'm gonna point out what I've got in my cab. I've got a little Eevee over there you can see. I got a little model boat and a little model of this car, of this truck in my truck. And I have a little sonic screwdriver to remind me of Emma. We're driving. I am going way too fast through this tunnel. I love turning off like the speed limit in this game. And like turning off like shit like that and just zooming through like a city or whatever. Or just going faster than like passenger vehicles. It's just hilarious. Look at me, I'm gonna fucking overtake this cop. Is that a cop? I hope it's a cop. Oh, I actually need to get to the gas station. Damn it. We can't overtake this little cop. This little bitch is gonna get into the fucking gas. Fuck you. I like going into the inner one. Because it makes my life easier. I hate you, red car. Fuck you, bitch. Eat my dick. Okay, whew. Paz says, I've been playing a lot of Call of the Wild. The new guns are very good and sexy. I don't have the money to pay for the new DLC, so I've been ignoring Call of the Wild so I don't cry. Even though I've been asking for those... What the fuck just happened? Gang, did you see this red car in front of us? Do you see it? That was his fault. He was in my no zone. Moron. Go. Bye. Idiot. What you get for driving in the no zones? Anyway, I need to change this fucking field of view. I don't know why I must have been real baked because I turned it up all the way for some reason. I think 100 will be good. Is that okay? Are we good with 100? I'm good with 100, especially with this extra on. Alright, let's go to bed, children. Sleeping. Emma says, seeing this makes me want to do the thing me and Amanda did on the 24-hour stream, which was what? Tell the class. Oh, time for the windshield. I think I've actually, like, it might be weird, but I probably maybe turned up the rate of rain in this game just because I like driving in the rain. Uh-oh, it's dark outside. I love how you can't even tell that I have lights on. What is up with the lights? Can somebody explain what's wrong with my lights? What is going on? My lights are barely on. Oh,
Buy the new COTW DLC, you coward.
I like how it set it out like COTW. Why is I have like all of these lights and that's all the light I'm making. Okay. That makes sense. But it is also near the end of the day. Thank you so much, Paz. I will buy the DLC. Thank you. I will. Katie says, I think Addie is much better at driving in real life. Thank you. Katie is defending me. I am good at driving. I will have you know that the first time and the only time I've ever gotten into like a car wreck, I guess, or like an accident, wasn't like a wreck, was with Katie. So, Katie, would you say that my driving has improved over the years? Rango says, you sound exactly like people driving out IRL, shouting profanities over small things. Listen, I'm from Maryland, so like road rage is part of like just life. I yell at everybody and everything. It's when I drive it, that's how I get through my anger. Oh my god, look at this fog, gang. Hopefully we don't rear end somebody because this fog is quite thick. Also, like, it's sort of like a little too easy to turn the wheel, you know? Like there's no resistance. Like there is a little resistance, but like not enough for me. Uh-oh. We kind of Tokyo drifting there. Because I'm just like pushing on the gas. I'm like not letting go of the gas. Emma says, using Pro Mods and Pro Mods Middle East add-on, we were going from Scotland to the further east point. Like the only oh shit! Almost ran-ended that trailer. Like the only location in Syria. Without using the in-game map. That's a little bonkers, but I feel like in some sense, if you understood, like, if you use the map within your mind, you would probably be able to get there. Maybe with me as the navigator, you would get there. Amanda as navigator, I don't know about that one. We love you, Amanda. We love you. Don't yell at me, Amanda. Damn, my truck. Okay, I need to fiddle with something, my good bitches. We need to fiddle with the driving axis, the steering axis, because minor issue I'm having is that the dead zone is too much. Okay, that looks good to me. That looks really good to me. This is already handling so much better. Oh god, the rain is spooky. Look at that! Is that a whoa, look at that Mr. Zoomer in the fucking fog. GTA ass car. Pat says, I think the first time I showed Equita the stream, she asked me why you shouted so much at your wife. Because she was worried. I shout at Katie all the time, but that's just how I work. Katie understands who I am. She knows why I'm yelling. She knows that I'm not yelling in a mean way. I'm just yelling to yell. I'm just a loud person. Like I don't realize that I'm yelling. Like people have to be like, Addie, shush. Shh. You're yelling. But I definitely will know that other people are yelling. I'll be like, why are you being so loud? And I'm like yelling at the top of my lungs. Uh-oh. You hear I'm hearing I heard a siren. Oh, we went over, there was a train overhead of us. God, this rain is like really fucking oppressive. We can't even see the landscape we're driving in. Oh yeah, the driving AI, like other cars, absolutely fucking stupid. Don't even, they make me so mad. Like, for example, I will indicate when I want to turn, like in a certain direction. But like, I'll like miss several turns because the game's AI like doesn't think like a regular person and speeds up. It'll fucking like pace me. And I'll never be able to fucking merge. It sucks. Audra says, I'm the same way. I can't control my voice half the time. I think that's the tism, you know? This is the way tism is. Pez says, no, it's okay, Astrid. You don't know Addie is Addie. Yes. I mean, I'm a character. It's who I am. I think that's why I'm very good for streaming, because it's like, I'm such an absurd person. It's like, why does she add Mick to random words? Why does she say the tism? I'm just I'm an odd lady. Katie says, I think happy yelling and angry yelling sound very different. It's not really the volume, but angry yelling scares me a lot. It's the tone. But like also you assume sometimes that I'm angry yelling when I'm not. Pat says, so much road rage in Norway. Hold up. What do you mean, Norway? Norway has a road? Wait, has anyone noticed that I'm like going really slow? I'm in fucking neutral, my good bitches. I don't know what happened, but my truck got stuck in neutral for a second, it seemed. I was like, why is everybody like zooming past me? I swear to you, I'm the smartest person in the world. Oh, look at these fucking clowns in front of us. We got a trailer and a bus, and they're freaking... Okay, the trailer is outpacing the bus, but even so, like... Oh my god. Speed up and move over, please. Speed up and move over. Coca-Cola trailer. You know what I want to do? You know, so many, like, a lot of, like, Euro Truck Simulator, like, streamers... They will stream like multiplayer like convoy stuff. I don't want that. I want to have like a giant server where we're all doing like our single player shit and like and then we come across each other just happenstance on the road. Start of the toll road. Ugh, why do I like what the fuck? Toll roads? Can we talk about how fucking whack toll roads are? It's so whack. Like, whose idea was it for toll roads? I bet you it was a Romans. I guarantee you it was a Romans. Paz says, road rage in Norway, because in Norway in Euro Truck 2, the roads are a fucking nightmare. And the cars drive like they're on the M5 and not in a mountain road without railing. Whoa, hold up. I gotta get that DLC. Oh, I don't have like, I only have like a very small amount of Euro Truck DLC. I actually don't know what I own. You know what, let's go look. Let's pause the game. I'm banking hard to the left, so don't let me forget that. I will smash. Do I not have any of the DLC? What's this? I'll check that later. One friend wants this game. Who is this? I hate people who have like different names than I know them as. Holy shit, Euro Truck Simulator has 76 DLC? Okay, that's a little ridiculous, we got to admit. I know that I have like the Korean pack for some reason. Like, I have a lot of these on the wish list, but do I own any of them? Like, what is this? Yeah, I own this one. That's like it. Yeah, I'm not saying like that's a little annoying. And it doesn't like doesn't it usually game oh it does tell you what DLC. I own I do own Scandinavia! Oh my god, we gotta make a trip to Norway. And what is this? I don't remember getting this. It looks very weird. Okay, let's back. We have Scandinavia, we can go to Norway. Alright, next trip we're going to Norway. Right now we're going to England, we're dropping off old cardboard boxes for English people. Now, have they changed the in-game shit yet because of Brexit? I don't remember if they have. Oh my god, driving is a little hard right now. I don't know why. I think it's the dead zones. Like, the dead zones are really annoying me. Like, I need to fix it again. Dead zones on the steering wheel! Alright. Steering wheel. Be a little more, like... Okay, this should be good now. You need a little bit of a dead zone, like, totally, but like, not too much. Alright, I'm adjusting to it. We're getting into it. Alright, we're driving. Look how pretty this road is, though. Very pretty, very pretty. Now, how has everybody been? I have been poopy shitty. Yesterday, my neighbor's house burnt down, and I literally watched it as it happened. It was kind of traumatic. Race the truck? Okay, I'm trying. I'm in neutral again. What the fuck? I don't know why my truck keeps going into neutral. All right, I'm gonna drive Coca-Cola truck off the road. Paz says, I have not been to school all week. Been too tired and depressed. Oh no, Paz. It's okay. I've been there. I mean, for me, like always near like a semester, I end up like losing the last month because I'm just like so fucking tired and worn out. And that's what I tell my mom. I was like, listen, homie, I know you want me to go to school and everything, but it's also like my mind is in tatters. It does not work. It's non-functional. I get a weekend and then my brain turns off and then I can't do nothing anymore. Katie says, I woke up seconds before the stream started. That she did. She literally messaged me as I went live and I was like, oh my gosh. There she is. Oh, what's going on? Uh-oh. I wasn't turning hard enough. Oopsies. I need to turn harder. But I also want to outbid this fucking red-ass Coca-Cola truck, but this... Why are you slowing down? Why are you braking? You got buckets of space. Alright. Okay. Oh, oops. Hope you're good, buddy. Keep going. You can go through the toll road. Go on. There you go. Audra says, dropout life is where it's at. I have got to agree. Because it's like, I feel like the big issue with this generation, as in like Zoomers, like, you know, Paz age and my age, is like, we're sort of coming to the grips with the reality that like, what the fuck is even the point of going to college? Genuine question, if by 30, like, the world is supposed to be fucked up beyond repair. Like, what is the fucking point? But also, like, for some people, I'm very jealous of them being able to get degrees and go to school for things. Like, I am very jealous of your history education, Paz. That shit's cool as fuck. Emma says, funny how we get mods for this when I could totally see companies paying Euro Truck Simulator 2 to put them in game. Right, I don't know why I had to get a mod to get branded trailers. I feel like that is like easy money for ETS2. Easy money. But maybe they don't want to be like beholden to corporate advertisers. What the fuck? Emma said that it found a Skyrim mod that adds menstrual cycles? Huh? Explain this to me, Emma. I want to see this. I demand it right now. Okay. It's time to pause so we can look at this atrocity. Okay, let's look at this. Fertility mode. About this mod. Adds a menstrual cycle to the women of Skyrim for roleplay purposes. Why? Tracked what roleplay purposes? Explain to me. Tracked women, what the fuck? Proceed through the menstrual cycle and can become pregnant, as well as give birth to babies and Hearthfire compatible children. Now, why did they need to have periods though? Why do they need to have periods? Why can't it just be like, oh, I'm just having a baby? Why can't it be just pregnancy? No, look, it says, and can become pregnant as well as give birth to babies. Okay. Look, she has a baby on her teeth. What? Sometimes, oh, it's showing us the different stages. Day 5, menstruation. Ovulation. What the fuck? Why? Oh my god, you can adjust your length of your cycle? What? Imagine using Skyrim to track your period. Just playing 1 day of Skyrim every day. Oh, look at that! Paz got me the freaking modern rifle pack. Thank you, Paz. Here's my pizza buddy turned into big boomsticks. Kerblam. I hate the freaking like options they give you for sign-offs. Kerblam, thank you. Hey, awesome. Oh yes, I want to go into my mod menu and turn off my menstrual cycle. Can I do that, please? Katie, can you open my mod menu, please? Audra says, why is this a mod, all seriousness? Well, when in doubt, just assume it's a fetish, I guess. I mean, I genuinely can't see why a regular person would want to play Skyrim with menstrual cycles. It's for realism. It's for roleplay. Sure, my guy, sure. But also, I could see it being like a really good, like, I know this is a weird thing to say, but it could be really interesting for certain trans people that like have period dysphoria, you know? Like, I know a lot of people put a lot into their character creation in Skyrim, so maybe they could want that. But I read that you can have children, but it's like, there are other impregnation mods, you know? There doesn't need to be a menstrual cycle mod plus an impregnation mod. You can just get an impregnation mod and impregnate a lady. Equita says, as I said, immersion in Skyrim modding is a dangerous word! Equita? You fucking bitch? You almost passed me. I nearly fucking tipped the trailer. Oh, golly. Katie says, I don't really mind having menstrual cycles in a game, but I don't trust at all if this is made by a man, and also it seems totally unnecessary in a game that was supposed to be my fantasy. It's very weird, but could you imagine? I've always had this thought, and I don't know if it's true, but I've always had this thought that like a lot of mods in Skyrim were made by Bethesda employees, because like some of them feel really bitter, like adding in content that was removed from the game, adding more story to certain things, you know? Archer says, if we're talking fetish, there's a BDSM Skyrim mod, so, you know. There are many Skyrim mods that are... There's a Skyrim mod for anything you could imagine. I'm telling you, that is the Rule 34 for video game mods. It's Skyrim. Yes, Lover's Lab. It's not Love Lab, it's Lover's Lab. Get it right, Paz! I think. I'm pretty sure it's Lover's Lab. I am so glad that this controller's vibration is working again. That says, sorry, I don't use it all the time. I only went on Lover's Lab for like one thing, and it's like burned into my brain. I don't even remember what it was. I think it wasn't even like, it was a combat mod, like not even a sex mod. But one of my homies is like ironically into Skyrim sex mods. Like she will download them a lot just to see what they're about and laugh at them. I think they're funny as hell. But one time he downloaded like this mod where you could have like literally the biggest dick on earth. Like you could have a dick that was like bigger than you. It was the funniest mod ever. Great times, good times. Emma says, I had no idea NSFW mods were allowed on Nexus. Even then, like, they only allow a certain level of sex. Like, you'll note that you can find a plethora of sexual assault mods on Lover's Lab, but you won't find them on Nexus. There is definitely a line that Nexus draws, and it's right there. But if you want to have giant fucking Amazonian titted up ladies in Skyrim, totally fine, go ahead. Also, look how much the rain and fog has changed, you know? When we woke up, it was super foggy, you could barely see in front of us. But now I can see I am passing hella people. I'm much better at driving than all these fuckers. When I first got this game, I only played in this mode. Just cause I think it's really funny. And it also, it's like really stupid because you can't see anything in front of you. And you also can't see your GPS. It's great. It's for when you want to randomly rear end somebody because you only had like one car length worth of warning. Audra says, yeah, that one bitter Bethesda employee that was mad as hell because they wouldn't add menstrual cycles into the final game release. Yep, I mean, listen, I'm telling you, there's a guy named Greg or something at Bethesda Game Studios, and he's just like, told them that we should add menstrual cycles to the fucking game. They wouldn't fucking listen to me, and it's just so rude. Katie says, at some point I just wanted a simple mod that had a text blurb for sex, but I don't think there's anything tasteful like that at all. Katie, I don't want to guilt shame you or not that victim shame you, but I don't know what you expected there, homie. Look at me, I keep driving into the fucking wake up bars. I need a better steering wheel. This one is very sensitive sometimes. But like sensitive in a bad way. Like it's a little jiggly. Alright, let's get up. Oh my gosh, it stopped raining. Finally stopped raining. Guns out, guns out. But also just like, I think the funniest sex scenes in any video game ever are Dragon Age Origins sex scenes. If somebody can find me a link of like sex scenes just collected from Dragon Age Origins, we're gonna watch a few. Because I need to explain. I need to convey the cringe. Emma says, every other page is just a naked woman with hilariously bad proportions. Yeah, Skyrim modding is certainly dominated by a certain type of mod. Look at me driving. I'm sailing now. Now, I was reviewing the Mothership Zeta content. Oh, hello, Amanda.
What?
And near the end of the Mothership Zeta DLC in Fallout 3, Soma will look to you and say something like, "I want to get off this boat." And I'm like, hold up. Hold up. Y'all bully me all the time for calling spaceships and everything a boat. But Soma from Fallout 3 does it. You don't bully her. Rude. Hannah says, your steering wheel is just SJW sensitive. Maybe I need to turn the sensitivity up. Let's see. See how I was like literally pushing down all the way on the acceleration? That's just me. That's who I am. See, it's just a little too much. Just a tiny too much. So let me just do. Okay, there it actually hits the end. Equita says, oh my god, the sex scene for the Dark Ritual in Dragon Age Origins? I don't remember that, so you're gonna have to send me. Also, how is the stream looking? Like, how does the game look? Are you getting, is it smooth? Like, what's the deal? I need your feedback. Or does it look pretty laggy? Like, what's up? What's up? I have quite a lot of mods, but like a lot of those mods are Katie mods that she chose. Alright, please send me the link to the Dark Ritual sex scene so I can criticize it and critique it, because it causes me pain as well. And I don't remember much of it, so I have not played Dragon Age Origins all the way through for a long time. Uh-oh, shit, looks like I'm dropping frames. Give me 1 second. Why? Why am I dropping frames? I'm gonna turn it to performance mode and see if that helps. Tell me if the choppiness... Oh, it looks like my internet is shitting. Oh no, not this again. Please, not this again. We're gonna power through it. Powering through it. Alright, I keep going. Oh shit, oh fuck. Amanda says only a little bit of choppiness, but not bad at all. Okay. Ah, I need to focus, I'm just a little worried. I'm just getting worried. I don't know what's happening. It got worse. Alright, tell me what's going on. Alright, it looks like it's gone green. Everything looks like it's gone green again, and we might be out of the hiccup. Please tell me if we're out of the hiccup. I'm feeling like so- oh, no, we're back in the red. I do not know when my internet is shitting all of a sudden. Uh-oh. What's going on? What is going on? Going on? What is going on? Huh. Everything it is my internet. It keeps dropping below like 5 something or whatever. I do not know. But send me the link. I'm gonna Google it. We're gonna Google it. Dark Ritual Dragon Age Origins. Thank you. What is this? Equita. Okay, thank you for the video game, blah blah blah. It's content, blah blah blah. Talking, blah blah blah. Can we... Okay. Whoa, here it goes. Okay. Okay. This is going to
No,
be my
you
child.
never will. This is all I ask in return for freeing you from the burden the Grey Wardens have placed upon you.
Does this person have a mod on? Because Morgan looks a little weird.
Ignoring that after but one night it could barely be called a child, no, it will not be hurt. It will be changed.
Why is Morgan so
Then you have
weird?
decided?
Can we skip
Yes.
more?
And what if he does not make
More?
a wise decision?
More?
Last night
Okay.
together, one
Here we go. Here we go.
wise decision. Come, my love.
She just looks a little fucked up. She doesn't look like she regularly does. Or does she look like that in the regular game?
Make this last night together one to remember.
Oh god. She's like, listen, I know we're making a horrible evil demon baby, but like put that aside so we can bone. So we can have like a super fuck, you know? Come on, bro. Oh, freaking Dragon Age. Oh gosh, look how she saunters over. Oh my god, I can't. I love how he has a fucking buff. I love that he's glowing with a buff. Hopefully we didn't see his cock. We're being blessed by God. Acting. Yeah, there's definitely a few mods installed. Let's see. Are there any mods? Because I don't remember Morgan looking like this. I don't remember her having this big of a tit. He's like, oh, get away from me. Like, his expression, he does not look into it at all. Why did we let this happen, gang? Why did we let this happen? Collectively, as a society, why did we allow BioWare? Maybe we have failed as a people, you know? If this is like what's going on. Okay. Hopefully everything will be good. Let's try it. It looks like right when I start playing the game, it starts to shit itself. You notice that? When I'm out of the game, it doesn't shit itself. Euro Truck Simulator 2. Making my stream drop. Live streaming problems. Spot a new PC. He's got I have better specs than this. Try running the aiming. Okay. Alright. So we're gonna turn down the graphics settings, see if that helps. Scaling, turn it down to 100. We're good with that. Reflection, medium. Vegetation, low. Grass density, low. Why is this on ultra? That's good, that's fine. Weather quality, make that medium. We don't need this bitch to be so high. Shadow texture, high. Mirror quality, we need good mirrors. Texture quality, medium. Okay. Hopefully this helps. Hopefully this helps. Okay, let's see if France is killing me. Okay, stream looks okay. It looks better now. We might have fixed it. Nope. It's up to y'all. Y'all are the ones who are watching. You gotta tell me if it's choppy. Katie says, first BioShock Infinite, then this scene? How have we even allowed BioWare to get away with this? Listen, this came out before BioShock Infinite. So we had early warning signs that video games should not be made. We had early warning signs, and we didn't listen. No, we never listened because we're arrogant, we're stupid, and we're foolish. Is it running better, gang? You tell me. And it doesn't really look like there's much of a difference in terms of quality. Oh, look at me. I'm saying, I don't know, I was just saying that BioShock Infinite was made before Dragon Age Origins, so we have warning signs that games overall were a bad choice. I don't know, I don't think BioWare made BioShock, did they? I think that's just, they have similar namings. Oh my god, I'm driving like shit. Katie says, video game storytelling should have stayed text-based. Katie, fuck you. Wrong. Wrong. Katie is wrong, everybody. Point at her and tell her she's wrong. Everybody, I want to see point emojis. I want to see point emojis pointing at Katie going wrong. Rango says games were a bad choice for what? We're just saying that games were just a bad choice overall to make because BioShock Infinite is a direct result of allowing video games to be made after the assault on everybody's eyes that was Dragon Age Origins. Sex scenes. Everybody's sensibilities. Nobody liked Dragon Age Origins sex scenes. If you do, I wonder if you're okay. Amanda says, no, don't bully Katie. Katie came in the chat, and she decided to be wrong. So we all gotta be like, wrong. You're wrong, Katie. You failed us. Wrong. Pez says, I thought you implied there was a sex scene in BioShock Infinite, and I was sitting here running through my mind palace trying to remember a BioShock sex scene. Sadly, BioShock is incredibly sexless. I would feel like it would be even better if there was sex in it. Telling me Booker didn't fuck? Fake news. Booker 100% fucked. But like not his like daughter. You know? Cause that would be weird. I hate BioShock Infinite. Stupid ass game. Fucking Oedipus, it's like a weird like Oedipus complex sort of thing, but not Oedipus, like a weird incest thing where the game sets you up to feeling like, oh, you have to be like, oh, this is a sexy lady, you're meant to feel attracted to her, and then the game is like, you loser, you felt attracted to this female, well, she is your child. And you're just sitting here like, oh god, they chose to write this. Just remember, every single fictional story is something somebody chose to write. Somebody chose to put that in a story. So whenever somebody is like, in my fictional story, women are like subservient and black people don't exist, like maybe you should look into that. You know, maybe you should be like, oh, that person is a little racist. Like, you chose that. Like, nobody is compelling you to write that. God is not in your mind being like, yes, yes, write the goblins to be anti-Semitic in Harry Potter, J.K. Rowling. Yes, yes. No. Nobody forces you to do that. And it's like, I'm not saying that like you can't have aspects of like problematic aspects of your work, like talking about misogyny or whatever. The issue I have is when those problematic aspects aren't even like attacked within the narrative. Like nobody in Harry Potter is uncomfortable within the universe that goblins represent. Like nobody in universe is like, maybe this is a little anti-Semitic. No, you know, it is just, this is just a part of my universe, says JK Joanne Rowling. Wait, Coling Rowling? Oh fuck, I almost crashed because I was looking at chat. Look at me. Pez says, but it makes sense within the world's logic? Someone made that logic. It is not a law of science. Exactly. You can sit there and think, well, I want to make a world that's actually kind of cool, but instead you just make it the same as JK, not, I mean, J.R. Tolkien ass, fantasy ass setting, you know? I'm so tired of, like, I am very tired of so many fantasy stories literally just being the same sort of premise, like, same sort of world, same sort of vibe. Look at me, I just crossed 3 lanes of traffic. In a semi. I'm doing it so good. I want a fantasy story where women are all gay. Yep, all of them. Katie says, I feel like every time you tell me that the game sets a character up for you to be attracted to, I don't get that feeling at all. Well, you gotta understand that, like, you have to understand that, like, there's, like, the critical analysis that you have to apply to every media property that you consume. And, like, you have to understand that, like, the way Bioshock Infinite treats What's-Her-Face is very male-gazy. I'm like, why is she wearing, like, titty dresses in the middle of, a fucking war zone? Explain that to me. Why is she wearing a titty dress? Oh, that one's closed. That one's open. Alright, we gotta park myself on the boat. I've never understood how you were supposed to do this correctly. I kinda just, like, turn like this. And then kinda go like that, but then, like, it doesn't matter, you know? Because the game fixes it for you. Going through the channel, going through the channel. We done did it, we went through the channel and I didn't sleep at all. Wow, okay. I feel like if you had the opportunity to go to sleep, you would. But it's not very long that you're in the channel, I'm sure, like 2 minutes. Echoda says, this reminds me of how many times I've been told how unrealistic it is that gay people are accepted within my version of a feudal system because nobles need children? Bitch, adoption. Or maybe this isn't a hereditary monarchy. This is a fantasy story. Leave me alone. Right, it's like, have you never played Crusader Kings 3 with different gameplay options, sir? Like, please get out of my face if you're that unimaginative that you can't even conceive of a world where shit is a little different. Alright, let's gun it. I'm pressing down on the accelerator as fast as I can do it. As hard as I can do it. I'm zooming. Oh yeah, we're really going. It looks much faster in the cabin than it does like here. Alright, let's... What the fuck? Oh, I'm in England. I'm in England, oops. I was like, why is that person turning at me? You're on the wrong side of the road, doofus. Wait. Am I still on the one? No, I'm not. We're good. Yes, that is an EV. Also a boat and a model of this car and a cat on the passenger and a Sonic. Of course I've got a Sonic. 'Cause why not? Oh, I fucking hate England. Oh, I hate driving here. I always hate driving in England. Amanda says, oops, I'm in England. I hate it when that happens. I know, it's like, imagine living there. Like, ugh. Imagine England. Ugh, so gross. Uh-oh. It looks like it's shitting again, gang. You gotta tell me when it starts shitting. I'm gonna... It looks like it goes in and out of shitting itself. Very weird. Emma says, okay, Anne Sokolos. Who is Anne Sokolos? Who is that? Sounds very familiar. I feel like I've heard it. Audra says, imagine you just randomly teleported to England for no fucking reason on a daily basis. I mean, I guess that's sort of what happens to Emma because Emma has all these, like... Well, Emma lost its TARDIS. So can we all, like, point and laugh at Emma for losing its TARDIS? One of the most important objects that it owns? Boo. Boo. Katie says, I know they're anti-Semitic because I've heard that a lot, but I've never would have made the connection to Jewish people on my own, and I'm not really sure what the connection is. Oh shit, Katie, you passed me. Basically, Katie, if you watch the movies, it's more pronounced in the films than it is in the books, because you could always argue, in the books there's like a level of imagination, but in the films you can see that J.K. Rowling had them put a Star of David on the floor of Gringotts Bank. So, I don't know what to tell you. Seems a little fucked up from Mrs. Rolling. Emma says, the American woman who drove the wrong side of the road, killed a 19-year-old motorcyclist, claimed diplomatic immunity, and ran to the U.S. Ah, that lady, okay. Well, I just don't understand how she hasn't been indicted, but seems like an easy win for everybody. Uh-oh, we're a little tired, but we'll get to Felixstowe before I fall asleep. I'm sure of it. We're not that far. Dover. Ugh. We're on the A2. I'm sure Emma or Chloe has opinions on this road. This is why I hate England. Ringo says, I guess it's an extremely bizarre decision though. You portray a group as oppressed and fighting for rights, then have them own the banks at the same time. It's inconsistent AF. I mean, that's literally also just like how people perceive Jews, you know? I mean, societally, we're seen as both a marginalized group that is below everybody, and also as a group that's in control of the world. It's very like, which is it? No, Dobby was a fucking house elf, and let me tell you about fucking house elves. That shit's whack. That shit's fucking whack. I don't understand how anybody can say that the Harry Potter series is good just for fucking house elves. I would be pissed if I was like invested in Harry Potter at all, but I wasn't at that point, you know? Equita says, house elves love being enslaved. Like, what the fuck? Right, it was very... Huh? You know? I'm not going to sleep. We're gonna keep trucking. Emma says, UK had Assange at the time. We could have literally just gone... What? Oh. What was happening? Something was happening. I think I was going off-road. I wasn't paying attention. We could have literally just gone, well, we won't extradite him to the US if you don't extradite the woman we want here. But you've got to understand that, like, Sokolos, that woman, is not at all at the same level as Julian Assange, and Britain has a vested interest in handing over Assange, where, there is no real reason to hold on to Assange. I mean, give Britain Sokolos. Like, there's really no reason for the US to give her to the UK. Whereas Britain giving Assange over to the US is very important. Amanda says, everyone always says, but Harry freed Dobby, but like in the final book, he inherited a different elf and treated him like dog shit. I mean, Harry is literally the definition of like that kid you knew in school who was like a total bully to you, but was like also completely obsessed with like becoming a cop or being in the military and being like a good, honorable guy, you know? Harry fucking Potter is 100% the kid in your freaking high school government class who was like expected respect because he was an ROTC and was going to join the military. I'm like, MF, I don't give a shit if you're in the ROTC. You know what I give a fuck about? I give a fuck about... Wait, why the fuck is that a lane? Explain that to me. That was some bullshit. Well, I'm getting tired. The game's getting like, hey, you should go to sleep. Listen, I'm almost to Felixstowe. Give me a minute, okay? Oh! Oopsie. Oopsie whoopsie. Oh, I did a funky lunky. Oh, okay, let's load an autosave. Oh, gang, you don't even know. Last night I woke up at 1 in the freaking morning because my stomach was like, time to throw up again, and I threw up. And then I went to go back to bed, and I fucking stubbed my toe, and that hurt like a son of a bitch. And that set me back like an hour because like my heart rate shot right up, and my heart does not calm down like normal. So I have to like sit and wait for it to chill out, you know? Okay. Let's get back on the road. Also, one thing that annoys me about England is that it has a different speed limit than like the rest of the world in this game. Very annoying. Hate going to England, but I wanted to bring these used cardboard boxes to Emma. Katie says, but even that kind of sucked because Hermione was the only one that really got dedicated to it, and even other people treated her cause as kind of a joke, which felt awful. What are we talking about? Pardon? Oh, I missed the first part of this. The books had a whole plot line across multiple books about Hermione fighting for house elf rights that was completely cut from the movies, I think. I stopped reading the books after like the third book because it was just boring to me. Like, I read the first 3 books in the 5th grade, and I got to a point where I was like, okay, and, you know, like I didn't understand the draw to a certain degree. Like, I was really into the series, like, in the first book. Second book, I was still into it, and then in the third book, I was just like, this is just fucking boring, my guys. This is fucking boring. Echoda says, Wheel's still doing the spin even though the truck flipped. She's trying. I know. The trans truck tries real hard. He's trying. Now, I know that, like, you can have, like, I'm having EU flags on. I was just doing that to test that the flags works, and I never really, like, got rid of them. Because you can have custom flags, like, you can add your own flags to this game, but it's, like, complicated, and I never figured out how to do it. And I want to add trans flag to the trans truck, but I can't. And it's literally a trans truck. I'm transporting shit, so. Yeah, get out of my face, Karen. Those little cars give me such a Karen vibe. I don't know why. Like, I only see annoying white ladies driving those type of cars. Do y'all remember, like, the discourse when Karen first became, like, a word in the popular mainstream, where people, like, white feminist women were getting, like, really upset? They were like, this is misogynist and racist and offensive to us as women. Alright, we're coming back up. We're coming back up on the fucking roundabout. Let's see if I can do it. It's not even a roundabout. It's just a freaking leaf, or whatever these are called. I always called them leaf because they look like 4-leaf clovers and you're going up on the clover. Oh, look at me. Oh, I fucking did it. I'm cooler than you. I'm awesomer than you. I'm sexier than you. I am better than you in every possible way. Audra says Septimus Heap is better than Harry Potter. Just my opinion though. What is Septimus Heap? I've never heard of it before. Rango says, I've only watched the films, like the style and setting, everything else is meh to me. I think the issue is that its style and setting isn't unique to it. You know, J.K. Rowling, her book is, like, Harry Potter is incredibly derivative. And I don't mean this, like, in a bitchy way. I mean this, like, in an analytical way. It is a very derivative piece of work. Pat says, I'm back. I see we're trashing on Harry Potter. My favorite part of the books has to be a part where the stairs to the girls' dorm will drop you back down the stairs if a boy tries to enter the girls' dorm. Like, imagine trying to come over to your friend to chill and it's like, no, break your neck. And also, her turf ideology has always been there. Yes. And I guess, like, back then you could hand wave it away as being like, oh, she didn't want to, like, have to explain sexual assault within the story. But it's also like, no. Shut up. No. I think J.K. Rowling is very good at, like, setting a vibe. Like, she can pull you into a story, but, like, after a while, you're just like, okay. I'm getting a little bored. But fuck J.K. Rowling. She's a fucking monster. There's a few people that I would, like, go as far as to call them a monster, but J.K. Rowling, 100% a fucking monster. Without a doubt. A monster.
Welcome, Moon and Star.
Oh my god.
To this
Thank you for
place
following
where destiny
Sander
is
the
made.
Gamer 123. Welcome to the swamp. This is where we hang out. The swamp. You get to have your own lily pad within the swamp. Pez says, also, so many people don't realize that Harry. Oh gosh, I gotta go get Harold. Oh, Harold. Oh gosh.
Oh, Sander the Gamer says, sheesh.
It's really hard to do a sheesh as Harold, let me tell you.
Sheesh.
I also can't tell if he's in frame or if I'm in frame because I've turned Streamlabs onto performance mode. Water? Underrated. I'm still on that bullshit. I'm still telling you everybody that water is the most underrated drink ever, and if you don't drink water, you are unhealthy. Echoda says Harold managed to sound like the "well, excuse me, princess" meme. Yes, that meme. That meme is like one of the earliest memes I remembered like referencing and people not getting and thinking that I was being a bitch. I'm like, no, I was referencing a meme. Can you repost your Septimus Heap message, Audra, please? I missed it. I'm so sorry. Emma says, I bet the whole reason she revealed that name is to sell more, LMAO. Oh, wait, Emma says there's a reason her random other books that was under a different name did awfully, LMAO. And also, like, wasn't the name, like, her pseudonym that she chose, like, wasn't it, like, a famous transphobe that she chose? I could be wrong. Thank you, Audra. Septimus Heap is in a very similar genre to Harry Potter, but I like him more as a writer because the quality is a million times better. The lore is more solid generally, and a lot of more cool shit happens, like time traveling. Oh my gosh, Emma, it's a book for you. And to discover the cure to a present-day plague and save the current world. Emma, question, why haven't you done this? As the doctor, why haven't you gone forward in time and gotten us the cure for the coronavirus, Emma says, a gay conversion therapist, I think. Something like the guy who came up with using electroshock stuff with conversion therapy. Holy shit. Like, I feel like if you chose a pseudonym, you would, like, Google it first, right? Like, I know if I had a pseudonym, first name would be, like, Logan, right? I don't know why, I just like the name Logan. Probably because I liked Wolverine a lot growing up. And then, I don't know what the last name would be. I'm not good with pseudonyms. All of my pseudonyms are, like, they relate back to my name. Like, my name on Arcar on AO3. I'm not embarrassed to say this. My username on AO3 is Iwinalot7. I mean, like, you would know that's me. Like, I'm not embarrassed. Ekota says, Addie, are you just as bad at sleeping in this game as Paz is at sleeping in real life? No, I'm adding realism to it. I am a trucker. Sure, I am half asleep, but I am nearly to my destination, and I will make more money if I get there on earlier than I do if I go to sleep. Rango says, I hate how sometimes when you bring up JK, some people bring up her argument about trans men being around sexually assaulted women? What are you talking about? She made and how complex and why she, oh my god damn it, fucking Rango, you fucking trans women. Alright, trans women being around sexually assaulted women, she made and how that's complex and why she isn't that bad. But she doesn't treat that like a complex situation, so you're going against... Oh shit, I missed my turn. Oopsie. We're gonna go on the fucking exit the wrong way. I missed my exit, so I'm doing what what everyone wishes they could do in real life. Which is be the most annoying and worst person alive. Going the wrong way down an exit. And then I'm still on the wrong side. Oh! God damn it. I literally not have had this much tips in a long time. Okay, sorry. Alright. Rango, I'm just gonna not read that message because let's see. Yeah, but like I think the issue with like J.K. Rowling is that like for us, for regular normal queer people, we know that J.K. Rowling's like ideology isn't new. We know that it is an old ideology that has been ongoing for decades now, right? But the thing is, J.K. Rowling brought TERF ideology out of the queer sphere into the mainstream. And that's why people are so wary of her and why people hate her so much. Not because she is bringing anything new as a TERF, but because she is bringing TERFism to the mainstream, to regular people. Ringo says, listen, I'm a trans woman, okay? Pretend I didn't mess up so badly. It's okay. I mean, shit. It's hard talking about J.K. Rowling and getting your shit straight because she's just... It's so much shit. She sucks so bad. Pat Audra said, this is why texting and driving is bad. Yes, this stream is just like an endless series of like clips that you can use to be like, this is why you shouldn't text and drive, kids. Because you'll end up like Addie in Hero Truck Simulator 2. And there isn't an autosave to save you this time. Paz says, fuck Astrid, if you're scared now, get ready when we go to Norway in a bit. Oh yes, I'm excited to fall down cliffs. Emma says, idea, Euro Truck Simulator 2 multiplayer race? I don't know if I would... I think that would be great, but we would all have to be using the same truck. To be fair, you know? Like maybe the default truck that you start with. Also, fuck Astrid. Yeah, Paz, you should do punctuation. Paz says, I can't actually remember if you can fall off or if there's a figment of imagination, but I remember there being some very tight turns and steep climbs and descents. Well, I'm excited to go to Norway. You know what is like something that really confuses me? And do like tell me if I'm speaking out of my ass right now or if I'm being a dum-dum and I'm not perceiving my own self correctly. But like, I will go on Twitter a lot and people will complain. They'll be like, oh, this streamer I really liked, like, was like sexual towards me during a stream and like the chat pressured me to being sexually back. And I'm just like, what the fuck? What type of streamers are you watching? I feel so bad for people that are like in that situation, because like I have never encountered that sort of streamer before in my life, but it seems to be pretty common, at least from what I see on Twitter. Rango says, when do we get to rename turfs to TERS? I think the thing is that I said this the last time I played Euro Truck Simulator 2, which is kind of ironic. You can find this clip somewhere on in the channel. But I don't think we should stop calling TERFs feminists, because I think it is integral to their ideology that they are feminists. And we cannot ignore the fact that feminism can be wielded to be harmful, like literally any ideology. You could say that about communism. You could say that about like literally, you could say that about religion. You could say that about so many things. Just because somebody is a feminist does not necessarily mean they are a good person, especially if they are white. We're driving. Look at me, I did that turn, I did that like slow little turn so good. I'm telling you, gang, I'm getting better as we go. But I am also always gunning it. Like, I'm always slamming the gas. Like, there's no in between. I'm just like gunning it as hard as possible. Katie says, I think the problem is that people use TERF for anyone who is transphobic, and I think those people are wrong. But I also think that a lot of transphobia is directly tied to TERF ideology. Like, the idea that, that trans women are predators. That is TERF ideology, you know? Like, alright, Mr. Blue Car, go past my no zone. Great. Go! This fucking idiot. Now, people who don't know how to use roundabouts kind of freak me out. They're not that hard. See? I just did it. Kitty says, I feel like it means something very specific. It does, but also doesn't at the same time. That says, Addie's shouting at AI like she's stuck in traffic IRL. I am always stuck in traffic IRL. You gotta realize that I live in Maryland. I need to explain this to y'all. I live in Maryland. This is a state that is countrywide, known for its bad drivers. I go out every day into America's worst driving situation, okay, when I'm driving in real life. So I have rage that's just within me that I have to just, it bleeds into every aspect of my life. Ecuador says, in Norway they have a weird system for blinkers in roundabouts. Explain. Since you're like a, you know, you're Norway's, like, welcome mat. Doorstop, basically. Alright, we finally arrived. Yeah. I'm in a hurry now. We're not parking. Yo, I got an achievement. What's this achievement for? Complete a perfect delivery, no damage, no fines, in time for a job that is at least— what? No damage? That's some bullshit. Maybe I only damaged the cab. Like, I'm such a good driver that I can not damage the trailer. I can only damage the cab. Okay, let's find somewhere to go. Okay, we can go to Copenhagen, and probably from Denmark we can go to Norway, because I'm not seeing nothing here takes us to Norway. So we'll go to Denmark. Let's go to Copenhagen. Okay, where am I going? Oh, we're going down the road. Okay. Why did the game automatically turn on my parking brake? So rude. Alright, we're gonna go visit Paz and Aquita in Denmark. Uh-oh. Remember, get on the right side of the road, Addie. You can do it. I did it. It's also just like, I feel like driving on the left side of the road is counterintuitive. You may disagree with me, but I feel like it is a little counterintuitive. Oh god. Speed up! Bro! You have a car that is infinitely better than mine, and you're going this goddamn slow. Alright, we're in town. We're just driving. Katie says, but I also don't think it's very feminist of them to discriminate against an entire group of discriminated against women. I agree. I am not saying that I agree with TERFs. I am saying that we should not ignore the fact that TERFs are feminists because their feminist ideology is core to the way that they think. It is core to their bigotry. It is not simply transphobia. It's transphobia with a feminist flavoring. Amanda says, I got a voice message yesterday to make an appointment and I called back today and got their voicemail and I brain farted and froze up in the middle of it. Ah! I mean, to be honest, I do that all the time. I mean, I need y'all to know, my phone number starts with 240, okay? So I called this doctor to get results on my x-ray. And I was like, all right, what are my results? And they're like, we'll call you back. What's your phone number? And I was like, 230. Wait, no. 270. No, wait, no. 240. Like, I had to just say it like 4 times. So embarrassing. All right, game. I know I'm tired. I'm picking up another job. Give me a minute. Jeez. Gosh. Game's like, you're sleepy. You're sleepy, bitch. I know I'm tired, okay?
You don't need to tell me. I know, I'm always tired.
Equita, I am just trying to go for realism in this game. If I am tired, like, horribly bad in real life, I should be tired horribly bad in Euro Truck Simulator. I'm pretty sure it's, like, behind me, isn't it? We can hope. Nope, it doesn't look like it. Don't know where I'm going. We're reversing through this parking lot to hopefully find the trailer I need. I'm going the wrong way. I'm going the wrong way. Katie says, TERFs are bad feminists. Exactly. I think that's the thought process we should have. Is that they still are feminists. They're just shitty ones. Alright. Wait, Equita says, watch out peeps, Paz is gonna come raid the entire northern hemisphere in Fair's long shit. Well, I'm sure Paz's long shit is very stinky. I mean, how else are you gonna get people to get off you get away from your Jewish boat island, you know? Just gotta have a really big stinking turd just to deter people. Ringo says, you may think that though because your brain has been conditioned to drive the other side. Fake news, Rango. I think it's unintuitive to drive on the left side because most people, the majority of people, are right-handed. It is scary taking, like, I don't know. To me, it just doesn't make sense. But you might disagree. Rango says, also the TERF's idea of maintaining the purity and shit out of womanhood ironically seems quite oppressive of women's freedom, and can even be that fitting into patriarchal society's ideals of what a woman is in some senses. Oh, TERFs, big time, are in love with gender roles. Did y'all recently see that shit from this, like, I don't remember who said it, but it was like this famous TERF in the UK, and she basically said that, like, I've never seen a trans woman crave like to do the dishes and shit like that, like women's work. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, that feels like a little bit against the whole feminist ideology of like gender roles bad, you know? Oh, you're letting me go? Cause you're a stupid dumb fuck? Okay. Go. I'm like literally, you fucking moron! Go! Swear to God, I hate driving in England. Mountains trans. Katie says, but don't you always say the world shouldn't be built for the majority? I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that driving on the right side seems more intuitive than driving on the left. Okay? The only reason, Katie, did you know the only reason why the British drive on the left side of the road is because of fucking medieval jousting bullshit? Has nothing to do with like intuitiveness or logic. It is literally just about, oh, we always drove horse on this side, so maybe we should drive car on this side. Oh fuck. Alright, I seriously need to find like a place to sleep. I'm sure we will soon. Emma says, America drives on the right to be different to the UK. Listen, if you do anything to be different than the UK, you're better than the UK. Everything the UK does is horrible. Name a single good thing about Turf Island. I'm waiting. Oh, we driving down the road. We're driving down the road. There is a gas station coming up so we can go to sleep. Michael says, which woman craves to do that? I mean, maybe a few. But I know barely any cis women who want to fucking clean dishes in this day and age. No one likes to. Fuck cleaning dishes. Shit's annoying. We, in the modern world, should be allowed to all have dishwashers. I believe that. I truly believe it. Okay. Here we go. Finally, we can have the inside gas pump. Awesome. Did y'all notice that I put my car in neutral and it was rolling back while I was pumping up gas? Oopsie. Maybe I should use the parking brake. Alright, here we go. We're pulling up to go sleep. Let's see how good I parked. Look at that! I parked pretty good! I parked pretty good. Go to sleep. Ben says, Eddie, you're a threat to society. What did I do? What did I do to become a threat to society this time? Is it because I am a Joe? Katie says, I think a lot of it is resentment for having to live with gender roles, but like projected outwards. Since I had to live with like this, then you should have to live like it with it too, or you're not one of us. Yes, I mean, you should also look into like how TERFs talk about like socialization and this other like horrible shit. Like, they think that like cis women are all socialized the same way, and that the reason why trans women are so unlike cis women is because of the socialization that we cis women had as children, and that makes no fucking sense. Because it implies that trans women were socialized as men. They were not. How can you be socialized as something you're not? But like, I can't understand the idea of like socialization in a sense that like, oh, I was definitely socialized in a sense like I was like pressured into doing certain things because I was perceived as a girl and shit like that. But like, to the idea that it affects behavior for an entire group of people, no way. Fuck that shit. And so innately be aware of anybody who talks about gender socialization, because that as a concept is a little wacky. Pat says, in today's news, a Maryland citizen blew up a fuel station in the English lowlands. Listen. I should... What? Like, why are the only 3 options in the gearbox for me is drive and reverse and neutral? What about puh? It's Prindle. It's not just the Rind. The Prindle. Okay, we're going. Oh, these turns. This is real sharp. Katie says, also, do trans women even really act that different from cis women? No. I can tell you, no. They don't. Because I would argue that, like, behavior isn't really tied to gender at all. Like, I don't think men act that different from women, for example. Why is everybody flashing their lights at me? I don't know. Like, watch. This guy's gonna flash his lights at me. See? Or maybe is it just, like, the graphics? the occlusion or whatever. Alright, coming up on this roundabout.
Coming up on the roundabout. Driving on the roundabout. Turning down through the round.
See, roundabouts are so easy. I don't know why Americans like act like they're the world's hardest thing on the planet Earth.
Oh, I'm so scared of roundabouts. I don't know how to do it.
You have a phone. Google it. You know? Oh, so many things about people annoy the shit out of me. Like, this is like, you are forcing yourself into helplessness. You can learn. We have literally the breadth of human knowledge in our hands, and you don't even fucking... I'm Maddie. I'm Maddie. Alright, let's turn in. Alright, where are we going? We're going to the Netherlands. Ecuador says, roundabouts are easy. Forgets to use blinker. Listen, I am playing a video game. In real life, I am the blinker queen. I get freaked out if I don't use a blinker. I cry sometimes if I forget to use a blinker. Oh, my neck! Oh, I gotta fix my posture. Water. And drink water. Amanda says, socialization as a concept is only good at describing and explaining how individuals were raised and how it influences the specific person they are today. It's useless as some sort of mythical tool of classifications of groups of people. Yes, I agree. And it's like, okay, I'm gonna give a hot take for everybody, but as a former slut, who has had sexual encounters with both trans and cis women, I can tell you that cis women, on average, in my personal experience, have violated my personal consent more than any other group of people. See you later, Audra. Gotta go get your 25% off CBD. Hell yeah. Good luck, bud. Hopefully it's good stuff this time. Okay, I'm driving. So basically, I have I have a freaking, my neck hurts basically, and I have a migraine because my neck hurts. My neck is fucked up. I slept wrong. But also, I like woke up in the middle of the night. My sleep was broken really bad because I was sick. My tummy was ill. Equita says, TERFs want trans people to shut up, and just as long as gender they were assigned, so they put up all these rules on us to make us want to give up. But we also have to understand, as well, that radical feminism is in opposition directly to men as a classification of people. A lot of feminism is not concerned with equal rights, rather with like perceiving men as these like innately horrific, horrible people, you know? Like, just look at the way that rad femmes talk about men. They all talk about them with this like sort of disdain and disgust that's like, it's just like, dog, do you need help? Do you need to see a therapist? Do we need to have a talk? Equita says, that's the reason why it takes fucking years just to get on HRT here. Yeah, it's like, gatekeeping is horrible, and like TERFs and like transphobes in general will keep trans people in general further and further away from getting medical treatment such as hormone replacement therapy, because they know, I need you to know this, they know that the lack of HRT increases the rate of suicide. They know. They don't care. That is the explicit purpose of removing HRT, or the abilities for trans people to get HRT. They know. They want the suicide, just so you know. That is the whole point. The cruelty is the point. Katie says, I'm very bitter towards men too, but perceiving trans women as men, or even connected to men, in a way that cis women aren't, is transphobia. I think the issue, Katie, is that you are introspective and you can understand that your disdain towards men isn't like completely logical, and it's tied to like some things in your past. Whereas TERFs, or rather radical feminism in general, will not be that aware of themselves. They will not realize that their disdain of men is something more psychological, or something more deep in themselves than they realize. They do instead, what they do is they use feminism as a way to explain their hatred. They do all this critical analysis to explain why men are horrible people, rather than, you know, just trying to analyze why they're so hateful. Katie says, I don't trust men, but trans women are one of us. Katie says. Look at Katie being the cis ally for the transes. Ringo says, it's really dumb. It's just the ideology of just hating, like, the other sex, not of equality or anything. That is really of good worth. Yes, because there's no real, like, actual social or understanding or comprehension. There's only, at the core of it is just hate. And, like, for some older feminists, I guess I could kind of understand that. They come from a different time. But, like, then you're like, no. Like, fucking life moves on. Like, you can understand that the world changes and that, you know, shit isn't as bad as you innately or when you first began to perceive it is okay. Sorry if sometimes it sounds like I'm not making any fucking sense. I have a migraine, and words are really difficult to get out of my mouth right now. Pat says, Katie #1 ally to all, because she's just too nice. Katie will show up and be nice. If you want her to be on your side, she will, but she won't do any form of violence. But she can call me and be like, Addie, there is some violence that needs to be done. And I will be like, okay, I will come do the violence. Oh, wow. And it's like, Katie, like you're saying, like Rango, hold up, I'll read what Rango's saying after this little turn here. I've got to focus on the road. Rango says, you distrust them on a personal level. This is people who just hate men and use it to fuel some bizarre war between men and women. Like that's what it is. Just men versus women. Yeah, and like you can read like a lot of like feminist literature, like Germaine Greer, a radical, famous TERF. And her writing, before it got really TERFy, was explicitly like women versus men. And like a lot of second wave feminists never got out of that sort of framing of things. They never got out of the idea that they were fighting against men, as opposed to trying to be as equal to men, and, you know, pointing out that there aren't that many differences between us in actuality. Katie says, I let Addie do all the violence necessary. Exactly. Hello, Chloe! We're driving! Hello, Chloe. How are you? How is life? Hello, Chloe. Yes, I'm trucking. I have a migraine, so I couldn't engage with Disco Elysium at all. I tried to, like, sometimes what I do before stream is, like, I'll pop open a game, and then, like, I'll load up an old save and, like, try to play the game from from that old save. And, like, if I notice that I'm not, like, picking it up, then I'll be like, okay, I gotta switch to a different game. Chloe says, I took my whole PC apart and cleaned it. I should do that, but also I'm lazy. I'm a big lazy loser. I struggle big time with cleaning things, but it's like, I wouldn't say I'm lazy, it's more rather that I'm in so much pain all the time and I'm so tired, and like I want to prioritize more important things. Like, I want to prioritize my stream, so I don't want to spend too much energy cleaning up something if I know that's going to impact my streams. Katie says, Addie is breaking lots of traffic laws. I'm texting and driving constantly. I have tipped the vehicle twice now, So that's something to look forward to. Pez says, how come it was me that had to shout death to the monarchy at the top of my lungs and not you, punk ass bitch? Ooh, fight, 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 fight. Equita says trauma mainly. Aw, fucking trauma always ruins everything. How many leftists, how many fucking, like, awesome ass soldiers would we have in the fight for leftism if it weren't for trauma, you know? Wow, look at me shifting lanes before I rear. Oh my god, we're in a bunch of traffic, actually. This is like the most traffic we've seen so far. Alright, gang, I'm gonna run a 30-second ad here. Since we're just driving. Remember, if you don't want to see an ad, you gotta
Consider subscribing.
because if you subscribe, you don't see ads. Fun fact. Wait, hold up. Paz says my mom barks at dogs? What? So I've grown up with it being socially acceptable to be weird as fuck in public. Paz, I can see where you've got it. Like, I can totally... You know how they always say that we are our parents, we grow up to be our parents? Paz, you are your mother. What do you say to that? Katie? Katie, can I tell a story about your aunt? Please. Because I'm about to one-up Paz's story if you let me tell a story about your aunt. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oopsie. I'm driving on the shoulder, doing a good Maryland tradition. Paz says, yes, my mom barks at dogs in public because she loves to see them being confused looking for the dog that barked. Your mom is a fucking chaotic person. Pez says, my mom went to gay bars with her gay friends in uni to avoid being harassed. Your mom is... Yeah, your mom went to gay bars to avoid being harassed. Yeah, totally. That's totally the reason why she went to gay bars. Totally. That's her excuse, and we'll let her have it. We won't say anything to her. We'll just be like, okay, Paz mom. Equita says, I don't trust people who aren't weird and silly around animals. I'm usually like not very keen on like cats and dogs. Like I don't get petting animals. Is that weird? I think it's just autism. I'm like wary around animals, like mammals especially, but like dogs, some dogs I like, some dogs I don't. Like I like Mosey, Katie's dog, but like most dogs I'm just like, it takes me a while to warm up to dogs is what I'm trying to say. Huh? Pez says, my mom brought me up on Rocky Horror Picture Show and Little Shop of Horror and made me watch Priscilla, Queen of the Desert as a king. And she was surprised to find out I wasn't straight. I mean, I also just feel like, you know, you expect your kid to come out a certain way as a parent. And also, like, with your dad, you kind of went against all odds, Paz. Ringo says, so these radical feminists, I would say, have a bad influence over a lot of the left. I agree. And it's quite taboo to talk about men outside of the light of just saying how oppressive they are. Which, yes, that is true, but we need to talk about where one comes from and how men can change for the better. And for their own and women's sake, a lot of these ideals are very harmful to men's mental health as well. Yeah, and it really sucks. Like, imagine just being a guy and, you know, you've never really hurt anybody and you've tried to be a good person, and like any sort of discussion about men as a group online that you see or even in person that you see is seeing men as disgusting. The attraction to men as a disgusting attraction that a lot of bisexual women will be like, yes, sadly, I am also attracted to men, like shit like that. Like, can you fuck off? It is totally fine to think men are awesome. It is totally fine to think men are super sexy and they should shove their big fat cocks into your pussy. Like, it's totally fine if you want that. Pez says, I feel like she knows I'm non-binary just because, like, all my friends are trans. And also, she has seen that I have non-binary pride flag, but I don't think she knows what it is. She's trying. She's trying. She's trying to be aware. And it's also, like, it's gotta be hard, like, as a mother, as a parent, to not know what's going on in your child's life and not knowing who your child even is, to some extent. But it's also, in a way, like, you gotta be like, well, you did that to yourself in some respects. If your child isn't open with you, then that's your fault as a parent. For some reason, they aren't open with you, and why is that? Explain it to me. Why, what's the reason? What was the reason? Equita says, it's fine, I was just joking. I know plenty of people who feel the same about animals. I just love animals so much, because fluff and cute. I am much more of, like, an animal watcher than I am, like, an animal, like, enjoyer, if that makes sense. Like, I don't like being physical with animals. I just like looking at them. I will pet some animals. I do have a genocidal hatred for goats, but that's just innate to who I am. I can't help that. That's just part of my personality. Not bigotry. I can't help it, okay? Goats are evil. They scream. They're horrible. Alright. Time for me to vape up a little. This headache is, like, getting worse and worse. Okay. Rango says the idea that man is bad is directly tied to toxic culture around certain ideals of masculinity. And though you may be complaining about that, you are unintentionally feeding it by implying this is a men's thing inherently. When you say men are trash, ideologically, that phrase is no different than saying boys will be boys. You know? You're literally just lending to the idea that men are horrible innately, you know? And maybe you shouldn't do that. Maybe you should try speaking of men as a better, greater thing that they could be. And I mean, like, in a way, not to bring this conversation constantly back to freaking Christianity and religion, but, like, that's why a lot of men are drawn to Christianity, because, like, Christian men's groups are always like, men are great, men are pillars of society, men are the building blocks of the tower and shit like that, you know? And they try to uplift these men, and then you try to go in these leftist spaces, these progressive spaces, these so-called progressive spaces, and all you see is, like, none of that same work. Nobody is trying to put in the effort to say that men are good, that men deserve our time, and that men, you know, can be great, just like any other group of people, you know? Pez says, my dad, like, why has my child blocked my phone number? Can't have anything to do with me telling them that they can't play as a carnivore in sport. Could you imagine being, like, a grown adult and that's, like, literally the only problem that you had with your dad? Like, nothing else. Just like your dad didn't let you play as a carnivore, and you're just like, my dad is such a horrible piece of shit. He never let me play as a carnivore in sport. Did I just keep saying carnival? I'm sorry if I kept saying carnival. My brain, completely non-functional. Today I'm exhausted. I'm ready to go to sleep again after the stream is over. I unironically might go to sleep after the stream is over. Katie says, I have to defend the goats from Addie. Now, let me explain to you, for everybody, the disdain I have for goats. So, when I first met Katie, I did not know she was just like my ex-girlfriend in the sense that she only really listens to one musician. And that musician is this guy named not this guy, they're non-binary, this person named Chris Corner. And Chris Corner, you might know them from the band IMX or Sneaker Pimps. Now, I hate the way this man, I'm sorry for saying man, this person sings. I hate Chris Corner. I hate the way that he sings. I hate the way that she sings. It's the worst. She will be like, Like, well, you'll be straight up vibing and you'll be listening to that neurodivergent ass, like, boop, boop, doop, doop, you know, crazy ass music. And then you'll be vibing and then all of a sudden you'll just hear, Wah! And that's him. That's how he sings. He sings like them screaming goats. I call him a goat, and I've hated goats because of him ever since. Because he sings like a goat. And I joke now that he's a goat, and I come up with like these complex explanations for how he's a goat. It's great. Katie says they do goat scream quite a bit. Right, she's always goat screaming. And Katie can't even deny it. Oh shit. Uh-oh, gang. I missed my exit. You know what it's time to do? It's time to turn around on the highway. It's time to turn around on the highway. I missed my exit, so I'm turning around in traffic. I'm turning around in traffic, driving on the wrong side of the road. Driving on the wrong side of the road. Alright, now let's turn around. This should be good enough to turn around in. Oh, that was so close. That was so close to tipping me over. Oh, the rear mirror view was glorious. Echo says, so you hate goats because of a human. Unfair. Listen, he represents the goats just like I represent frogs and toads, okay? Pez says, me inventing joke trauma about my dad to be able to joke about the trauma that gave me PTSD. Yeah, your dad fucking sucks. Piece of shit. I mean, I think that's a very common, like, way of coping with trauma. Is, like, being, like, Equita, obviously, clearly, you represent a horse. Your name is Equita. The fuck are you talking about? Tell me I'm wrong. You can't. Rango says, I feel like a lot of people claim they represent frogs. Tell me how I am not the ultimate frog. Explain to me. Go. Tell me how I, Addie, am not the ultimate frog. Equita says, hi, hee hee, I do like horses. Well, horses, I mean, there's no shame in being a horse girl, but I will say my mom was a horse girl. Oh my god. I need to tell y'all something. One time I was with all my brothers and my mom was like kind of like around us, like orbiting. And I was talking about, I was like, did y'all ever have like a horse girl at school? And we're all like talking about horse girls and making fun of horse girls. Harold! Oh, it's Harold time. And my mom was like, what do you mean? What are you talking about, horse girls? And we couldn't explain to her why horse girls were weird because she was the horse girl.
Ringo says, yo, Eddie is claiming they represent frogs and not you. Prove you are the ultimate. I am the primordial frog, Eddie. This is so rude. So rude. I'm so upset. I'm gonna file a complaint against you as a streamer. This is so rude.
So rude. Harold, listen. I represent frogs as a human. You represent frogs as the frog, is what I'm saying.
No, fuck you, you're wrong. You're not a frog. Get out of my face.
Damn. Harold dashed my dreams right in front of me. I'm not a frog. Gotta admit that. Paz says, wait, then what animal am I? What animal is Paz? I feel like Paz gives like big ol' like mole vibes. Big mole. Yeah, you are a big ass mole digging through the dirt. You're a mole. Tell me how you're not a mole. Oh, what the F is this? Oh, we're going into another tunnel. I was confused. I was like, what are these signs? Yes, we go in the right-hand tunnel. Moving on to the left lane because y'all are going slow. Hannah says, just because I'm fucking blind? No, like, because you just have a mole vibe. I don't know how to explain it. You have the vibe of a mole. It says, people used to call me a mole too. Solidarity. Like, what do you... Why would they say that you're a mole? Are just Danish people moles? Equita says, my dad keeping me from being a horse girl as a child. Let me tell you, horses are a very expensive hobby. Your dad was just trying to not go into debt. Your dad was just thinking, do I have the funds to pay for a fucking horse? Probably not. Ringo says, I don't know this whole horse girl thing, but I hear the people who do equine in my college bus and they seem normal enough. No. A horse girl is of a certain age. Horse girls, as horse adults, are different than horse girls. There are definitely horse adults that embody the horse girl vibe, but not all horse adults are horse girls, if that makes sense. Equita says, nah, my dad thought it was a girl sport. My sister was allowed to go. Oh, whack. Also, what the fuck? What do you mean? What do you mean it's a girl sport? That's so dumb. Horses are not a girl sport. I mean, literally for thousands of years, women weren't even allowed to ride on horses. So, like in a correct manner, like for hundreds of years, at least women had to ride side saddle, which is so fucking stupid. All right. Rango is asking what is a horse girl, so we're gonna Google. What is a horse girl? Let's go. I don't know why this went into fucking... Alright, thank you, Urban Dictionary. A girl who wears t-shirts with horses on them and tapered denim pants, has really long hair in which they braid and fasten in a scrunchie in the back of their hair, will gallop on the track during gym class, is the only friends with other girls who like horses, and will look down on you because you are not a horse. A horse girl is a crazy girl who has an obsession with horses. She does not admit that she is, but all she does is call herself an equestrian. They usually talk about them all the time and act as if they actually are one. Some horse girls even gallop and eat hair and grass. Careful, she might bite you if you're not looking. Usual names include Emily, Madison, Gemma, Sarah, Jessie, and Emma. Yes, these are all horse girl names, I can agree. There was a horse girl at my school that would neigh at you during gym class. She was certainly a character. But basically I feel like horse girls are just like a certain subsection of girl that are just weird. But it's also like, I wonder what compels horse girls to feel comfortable to be so horse girly. Like, why is that a universal concept for like almost every American who went through the public school system? Why did we all know a horse girl? You know, like everybody has their hyperfixations. Why are horse girls the ones that are remembered? Emma is a horse girl name. Katie says, I did not have the money to pay for a horse, but I was obsessed with a game where you had to take care of a horse and clean it and buy it stuff and go on pretty rides in the wood. Katie, this is the most girl story I've ever heard in my whole life. Was it on the DS or the PSP or something like that? Oh my god, my mom was like, we were in the car and listening to the classical station, and they put on Swan Lake, and I was like humming along to all the Swan Lake songs, and she was like, why do you know Swan Lake so well? And I was like, Mom, because you bought me Barbie Swan Lake on VHS when I was a little kid, obviously. Ringo says, I wish I was on the whole grass eating gang. I get to gallop and eat literal grass. Listen, horse girls, we love them. I feel like in a way they probably are people's first experience with autism. Because, you know, like when people describe horse girls, it's almost always like They have an obsession with horses. They can't stop talking about horses. They even emulate horses in some respects. And you're sitting there like, how was that different than me in Star Trek? Katie says, it was on the DS. I freaking knew it. Such a girl story. Akota says, I lived in rural areas of Denmark. Plenty of horses. Most of the horse girls were super cool. Even dated one of them for a year, and she was a badass. Alright, you gotta tell us the story about dating a horse girl. How did it fall apart? We gotta know the tea. It's okay if you don't want to share. Okay, we're driving. How far are we away from Copenhagen? Yeah, 30 hours to get there, and we're pretty far. What? Actually, not really that far. It's okay if you don't want to share, Equita. It's totally fine. Equita says, I think my view of what a horse girl is has been colored by this. Yeah, like you were on the other side. You got to kiss a horse girl, so you don't know. You're biased now. You got the cooties. You got horse girl cooties. Hannah says, I would love to live in a place where you could see the stars at night. Like all my life lived in places where light pollution was so bad you couldn't see the stars. Only time I actually remember being able to see the stars from where I used to live was during the Depression. Well, you know what I think? Okay. I unironically believe that the majority of people should live in areas of high light pollution, because once you start throwing people out in the rural areas, you get just pocketed areas of light pollution that fucks up large swaths of areas where you could have primo like area to look at the sky, but it's fucked up because there's like a town for some fucking reason 5 miles down the road that's using the brightest lights on the planet of frickin' Earth to light their one street, you know? Drive through North Dakota at night and you'll see the problem that I'm having. Or Iowa. Iowa's a better example. Iowa's more populated than North Dakota. Excuse me. Oh my god, gang! Look, we're driving into Denmark. We're in Denmark now. We're in the land of Paz and Equita. Hopefully, I don't start to acquire a foot fetish as I am in Scandinavia. As we know, it is core to the Scandinavian personhood, to the identity of Scandinavia, is foot fetishes. Paz says, you are now in the racist part of Denmark. Oh boy. Paz says, Velkommen till Denmark. No, I'm not welcome. Fuck Denmark. Equita says, sorry, what's that about foot fetishes? Paz, please explain why foot fetishes are integral to the Scandinavian mindset. Paz was the person who introduced me to the idea that Scandinavian folklore is built on foot fetishes. Oh shit. Look how dark it is and spoopy. Driving through Denmark at night to avoid. Oh no, oh my god, we should have driven through Denmark during the day, because it's nighttime. This is Paz's like the height of Paz's hunting hours. Faye's gonna come after me, try to fucking kill me. Oh. Paz says, in Norse mythology, in the myth of creation, the first Jotun child is created when Ymir's feet fuck each other and give birth to a child. Ymir was playing footsie with himself. The man was so lonely. He was playing footsie with himself, and somehow his footsie was so productive, it created life. You wish we're this powerful. You wish. Are you telling me that you wouldn't be excited? You wouldn't be excited to be able to create life with your feet? Imagine that. And then also there's the story of Scotty that Paz told me, and Scotty was like what, the goddess of mountains and skiing and shit, and she did something cool or whatever, I don't remember, and she was like, I want to get married, and the gods were like, okay, but we're gonna let you, she wanted to get married to Balder, but the gods were like, you know what, we're gonna make you choose who you're gonna get married to by their feet. And so Scotty chose the guy with the cleanest feet because she thought that would be him. Wrong! It was not. It was the god of the sea. And when they cuddle, they're either or. The sun, I mean in the sea or in the mountains. And one of them can't sleep in either or. And they're sad. They're like longing for the mountains. Look at this bridge. What is this bridge called? Katie says, is footsie related to foot fetishes? No, not necessarily, no. As says, second is the story of Scotty, who, after her father was killed, she went to Asgard to say, hey, you fucks killed my dad, so I'm here to peg Balder, god of everything good. And the gods were like, so we're gonna play a game where you get to have any of the gods to be your husband, only if you can identify them by their feet. So she picks the man with the sexiest feet, but that's Nord, who is the god of fishing. And so his feet are constantly, because his feet are constantly in the ocean, so they're nice and clean. So, there you go. Amanda says, this is the exact line of thinking that led to those kids' shoes that light up as you walk. I just think those are fucking cool as shit. Tell me that light up shoes aren't cool. If you tell me that light up shoes aren't cool, you're a bitch ass liar because they're the coolest thing on earth. Pez says that's the small belt bridge? What? What? Like no interesting names for your bridges? Like in America, we have the Golden Gate Bridge. That's the coolest fucking name ever. The Golden Gate Bridge? What the fuck, what? Equita says, today I learned that Balder does not have sexy feet. Not necessarily. Listen to what Pez said. Pez said that Nord had the sexiest feet. Okay, get it right. That doesn't mean that he has ugly feet. It just means that his feet were not as sexy as Nord's feet. Which, you gotta admit, must be pretty hard for a guy that is constantly standing in water. Gotta have the cleanest feet, you know? It says it's called the streets between Danish islands are called the belts. So there's the small belt and the big belt. Well, gotta say that's not any better than us calling the little islands off Florida the Keys. So but we don't call the bridges between the keys the little key and the big key. Agoda says we had the elephant bridge in Faaborg, but that was just what I called because a circus elephant broke it once. What? A circus elephant? That says Baldur is the god of everything good, so his feet must be sexy, just not as sexy as the god of the ocean and fishing. Yes, and you also have to realize that Nord's feet have got to be pretty strong. I mean, the man is a swimmer. Katie says, no one is more sexy than anyone else. At least not their body size genetics. In your opinion, Catherine. Katie says Pez says, Addie, the belts are the ones that Augustus Adolphus X marched across with his armies when he invaded Denmark. As he should have. He's just walking across. Them belts, like, these belts are pretty shitty. Now, what is this bridge? Oh, this is a pretty bridge. It would be nice if we could see it better during the day, but we're rolled. It's in the middle of the night, and the game is like, you're tired. It's 1 a.m. I'm like, well, I've driven past like every gas station. This is the Big Belt, Addie. Oh my gosh, we drove across the Little Belt, now we're going across Big Belt. Oh, look at us. Oh. We're on the Big Belt. Katie says, I don't know how people can be okay with the idea that someone's genetics are sexier than anyone else's though. Katie, because it's like you can't control it. Your brain is just like big nose sexy, you know? You can't convince it that small noses are sexy, you know? As says, oh, and Eddie, now you're at I'm not even gonna attempt it. The place where the insane asylum for women who had hysteria was. Or well, now you're in Shawland, I think. Shawland? How do you fucking say that shit? I hate Danish. I only know how to read it and write it. I can't pronounce it. It's hard. And it's also doesn't help that like when I'm wearing headphones, words are so much harder for me to say. Equita says, just call it Zealand. Okay. Like the old, is it an old Zealand? Equita says, my mom didn't believe me when I told her I couldn't cross due to elephant damages. I would just send my mom the fucking news article and be like, okay, shut up. I can't go to school. I can't go to work. Equita says, no, the old Zealand is in the Netherlands. Why do y'all let the Dutch have everything? Alright, let's go to Copenhagen. Let's go to Copenhagen. We're going to Copenhagen. Ooh, Copenhagen. Let's drive across the road like a fucking clown. Alright. Let's not tip the truck before we get to Copenhagen. Can I do that? Who the fuck knows? Is it possible for me to not tip the truck over? Who knows? Pez says, also posted a pic at the Big Belt Bridge in stream discussion. Alright, let's look at it. Let's look at it. Let's look at it. Whoa, that is actually really pretty. It kind of reminds me of the Bay Bridge a little bit. A little bit. So let's look up Chesapeake Bay Bridge. This bridge is on my fucking credit card. That's the Bay Bridge. Kind of similar. Not really. Any bridge over water, I'm like, that's the Bay Bridge. Oh, like the Big Belt is like tall and skinny, and Little Belt is short and fat. It's a freaking comedy duo. Equita says, but it's spelled Zealand for some reason. Listen, don't question the Dutch. They don't make any sense ever. Have you met a single Dutch person that makes sense? Have you? Do you know a single Dutch person that has their life together, that knows what life is about? Do you? I guarantee you don't. Okay, we're almost to Copenhagen. We're driving into Copenhagen. So, y'all have heard that the Queen has COVID, right? What do you think is gonna happen? Do you think she's already dead? I've seen that theory around a lot. A lot of people think that she's already dead. And that she's been dead since like November or December. Pez says, I think they're gonna keep it secret till Charles kicks the bucket. You really think so? I don't think is Charles like, is he on his deathbed? No, like it could be years. How are they gonna like hide the fact that the Queen's been dead for yonks, Pez? Explain it to me. You can't. They're not gonna be able to hide that. Do you think they're gonna like fucking like Weekend at Bernie's her and like carry her around and like be like, oh, I'm the Queen. Pip pip cheerio. You know? Like that's the only freaking option, isn't it? Why don't they just assassinate Charles? Like they did Diana. I mean, if they're so worried about it, why don't they just call a hit on him? Explain it to me. Pez says, Addie, one thing I thought was really cute in this game, in Sweden you can find the candy plane, which is a candy store that is inside an old decommissioned airplane that sits next to the highway. That's freaking awesome. In America, the cool things that we have on the side of our road are giant red barns that when you go inside, all they sell is fireworks. Big giant fucking explosives. TNT, basically. There's also the Iowa 80, which is the biggest truck stop in the world. Don't get me started on the Iowa 80. We'll be here all day. Alright. We have made it to Copenhagen. Can we make it through Norway? Maybe we should go to sleep so we have daytime. Ooh, 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 ooh. I'm still making like hella money. I need to like... Uh-oh. Pez is gonna find me now. Scared. Go. Why can't... This is annoying me. Can you please just set... Alright. I set a waypoint. I can't set a waypoint on the side of the road, but I can set a waypoint on the main road. That's annoying. Katie says, can you visit Paz's house? If I visit Paz's house in this game, I would drive right through it. Leave a big gaping hole through the front and be like, hello. I mean, can you really be able to tell where somebody lives with Euro Truck Simulator? I highly doubt it. Oh, I can probably go here. Is this like a truck place? This looks like a truck repair place. I can probably sleep in the parking lot of here. I need to fix my car too. Let's fix my car. Ah! Let's see how much damage I got today. We're not that damaged actually. Mostly the cabin was hurt, which is good. Like none of the important shit was really broken. Paz says, the game doesn't even allow you to cross into Copenhagen proper. No. And I feel like, in a way, the game would be better, like harder in that respect, if it let you drive through like actual city centers. And you're like actually stuck in like fucking peak hour traffic. Oh. Alright, go to sleep now. Go to sleep. Alright, let's see where we're going. Nope, freight market. Okay. So we're in Copenhagen. I need a job that takes me to Norway. There we go. All right, we're getting a shitty job. We're going to Norway, gang. Oh, I gotta turn on the car. Okay, we're out. This works way better. I feel like we're in Denmark more. So, you can confirm we're gonna get scary cliffside driving, Paz? If we don't get scary cliffside driving, we can all point and boo at Paz. Paz says, oh yeah, especially how like European cities are so not designed for trucks. LOL, right, it would be like hard mode. Like, if they added a DLC that was like city centers, and they market it as like a hard mode for people, I think people would like lose their minds and like absolutely pay hand and fist for it. Because like everybody loves the realism of simulators, and I feel like adding more tedious bullshit to your simulator is gonna make people go buck wild. Equita says, can I boo at Paz anyway? Yes. You can boo at Paz for any reason you like. You do not need to get my permission. Alright, let's take this turn. And I love how how much speed you get now that you don't have a trailer on you. Now tell me the trans truck isn't like actually beautiful. I like the trans truck. It's like so pretty, like the colors. Just, oops, the way that it looks is so good. You know, just like the pink, the blue. Go, bro. Why are you still reversing? I don't understand. Okay, my guy, bye. Fuck it, I'm crossing this red light, see my ass. Pez says, I love trans truck. It's so awesome, it's the best. Katie, can you confirm that I drive way better in real life than I do in this game? That this game is not representative of my actual driving skills? Amanda says, Addie, you ran a red light? Addie, you're a devil? I've committed a great atrocity here. I have dared to cross a red light. I am truly the most evil person to ever live. Alright. Let's get this job. Oh my god, where the fuck is this trailer? Okay, it's apparently over there. I see it. Katie says, I am probably a bit biased, but I prefer asexual colors. Okay, I've gotta say this, but I kind of think that most pride flags are sort of ugly. They're very boring, at the very least. Like, they're just stripes. Like, at least, like, poly people have, like, a symbol, you know? And intersex people. Katie says, but the trans colors look pretty good on this truck. I agree, they look really good on the truck. I love the sound of driving on dirt and gravel. Just the crunch. It has a oh. Fuck you, man. Get out of my way. Don't you know I'm the most important person on the road? Fuck you. Bye. The person's probably like, what the fuck? Running a red light, going through, turning traffic. That was your fault, clown. Literally, how did you miss me running that red light? I was coming right for you. I was barreling right towards you, my guy. Oh, we got a green light here, and nobody. Oh, and there's a person. Fuck y'all. I got the green light. Fuck y'all. Equita says, I like my trans flag though. Sometimes simple is good. Fair enough. I just like, maybe it's like the ordering of the colors. I feel like it could be better. I don't know why. You know what I mean? I hate these fucking turns. I always get the trailer stuck on the fucking guardrail. The worst. I'm like, how are you supposed to take this road as a trailer? Katie says, someone told me that the trans flag looks like ice cream, and I agree, like cotton candy ice cream. Yes, like the freaking ice cream that you can get. You know what? I know exactly what I'm talking about. Fuck, what are they called? Ice cream with gumball at the bottom. What's it called? It's called the screwball. Okay. Cotton candy screwball. It looks exactly like this MF. Look at it. Tell me it doesn't look like this freaking ice cream thing. I tear these bitches up. You know why? They ain't got no fucking dairy. They're not dairy. They're not dairy. Don't make me piss my pants in with shit. Same color. Equita says, oh my god, it really looks like that one. That's great. I know, I eat it all the time. It's in my brain. Alright, let's get some gasoline. Let's cause another explosion at this gas station. I love this sort of gas station where they have like this little canopy specifically for truckers. Don't know why they don't do that in America. In America, we usually just have a separate gas station for them. We can have anything aesthetically pretty, you know? Because things that are aesthetically pretty cost money. God, 439 euros on gas? Jeez. Oh my good golly, gang. Did y'all see that tweet that was from like some Republican senator, and it was like a picture of his gas that he paid for, and he was like, I had to pay $167 to fill up my gas tank. And then you see how many gallons of gas he put. He almost put 50 gallons of gas in his truck. Like, homie, that's why gas costs so much. Pez says, okay, Addie, looking around, you're currently on your way to Stavanger. The road from Stavanger to Bergen is one of the most difficult roads in the game. Then there's the road from Bergen to Oslo. That is also one of the longest in the game and most difficult. Interesting. Katie says, I have asexual earrings, but I lost one of the two and I don't like wearing it, so I just want to hang it on the wall. Why don't you do that then? Also, I have never met somebody who does this, but Katie hangs earrings on the wall. But it looks cool. I'm like, that's actually a good idea. Equita says, Norway is honestly so much bigger than people think. It's a long boy. I mean, I feel like people think are like that with Sweden, Norway, and Finland all together. They don't really realize how big it is. But also, in a way, it's also very small. You know? Like, it might be geographically large, but humanly is very small. Like 2 whole people live in Norway. Paz, what bridge is this? Is this big boy again? Is this big boy or little boy? Oh, look, there's a cargo boat out there. You see it? Look at me fucking driving. Okay. Big Bell, this is the big boy. Okay. Pat says, you're going back the way you came? But why? Oh, I see. I gotta go like that. Okay. So when we get to the Strat place, we gotta get a job for Bergen. Equita says, anyways, did you know the Netherlands are technically a bit smaller than Denmark, but has 12 million more people living there? I mean, yeah, I mean, when you legalize weed, people want to come and hang out. Oh my god, look, it's a lighthouse! You know how much I love lighthouses, gang. Look, oh, look! This is the insane asylum? With the lighthouse? Damn. Why do horrible people gotta have good aesthetics? I've also never seen windmills over the water like that. But it makes sense. I mean, the Nazis had good aesthetic because Hugo Boss was like their tailor. And I mean, like, that's the major reason why I have never bought anything from Hugo Boss ever. And I've never like been interested in Hugo Boss. And you know, I'm into designer clothes to some extent, especially Versace. I just like silk shirts. I look so hot in silk shirts. Tell me I don't look hot in a silk shirt. You can't tell me I don't look hot in a silk shirt. Fucking unbutton it so you get a little hand on my titty. Like, it's perfect. Come on. That says, they're everywhere here? Interesting. I mean, in rural, like, Iowa, you'll see a bunch of windmills just in fields, but I've never seen them out in the water. And I live by the water. Equita says, my attraction to uniforms is so at odds with my revolutionary ideology. But Equita, same, but I need to tell a story. So one time, I was in this, like, surfer, and we were talking about, like, what we were attracted to, what kinks we had, and I was talking about how I had a kink for like uniforms, like police uniforms and shit like that. And somebody was like, liking, like being sexually attracted to like police uniforms means that you like police, and that you are like, like you are simping for the police. I'm like, no, it's like a different. It's not real police. I'm talking just the uniform. It's not like not that deep. It's hot. Like, people who look well put together are hot. Like, that's just life. Agata says, wait, seriously? That seems deeply unfair. This person was a teenager and a little... They did not like me. You know when there's always like a person that you know just doesn't like you? They were one of those people. They were just looking for a reason to like cause shit and cause drama and have people go against me, and it was like nobody was on their side. They were like, what the fuck are you talking about? It was great. It was funny. But it's like, no, being into uniforms does not make you a simp. You dum-dum. Equita says, Pez has been teasing me about an evil NPC in a uniform in our tabletop game, which is very rude. Of course Pez would be a bully about you being interested in the uniform. Pez is the ultimate bully. Find any reason to be... Listen, I got something to say. There is something different about, like, regular bullying and queer bullying, you know? Katie says, why were they even in that conversation if they were a teenager? Because it was in the general chat. I don't know why we were talking about, like, sexual stuff in general, but oh well. Pez says, talked with Equita about that earlier, LMAO. So what did y'all come to an agree, like, what was your thoughts on the whole idea? Pez says, teenagers who have takes on kink discourse? Why? It was just so dumb. It was like, explain to me. Oh, it just doesn't make any sense. It's like, what's the correlation? Explain to me how, like, thinking police uniforms are attractive makes me a simp for cops. I never said I was attracted to police. Just the uniform. And it doesn't even need to be a police uniform. It could just be any uniform that looks like authoritative, you know? Tess says, she called me her good bitch, and I called her my most beloved bastard of all fuck. Yeah, and it's like, I call like I'll just straight up roll up to my homie, my best homie, and be like, what's up, you stupid dumb slut? What's going on? You know? Ikuta says, but I only bully Paz because Paz bullies me. Oh, so you're just like Paz hits you in the face and you're like, I beat the shit out of Paz and made Faye cry because Faye slapped me once. Paz says, but also, you know, teenagers online just have the worst takes. Fucking anybody with a K-pop profile picture on Twitter. Oh my, the worst takes. This person constantly had bad takes. I wish I could remember more, but my brain is inaccessible. You all should know this. There is no thoughts within this mind. Katie-san says, that sounds like more like teasing than bullying though. But I feel like non-queer people just don't get the whole queer bullying thing, and the bants are different. The bullying is different, and it's always just a little mean. Because, like, you know, I feel like non-queer people are gonna joke in a way that's like, some, you know, roundabout way they're going to make fun of your queerness to some extent, you know? But, like, we would never do that as the queers, or we'll do it in an ironic way that's funny, that we know is a goof. Oh my god, I'm just moving lanes. If you get hit by the trailer, it's your fault. Okay. We're in Norway. Norway looks pretty boring so far, gotta say. Pez says the power dynamic is different. Exactly. Power dynamic is different. Exactly. That's what I was thinking. Katie says, what is queer bullying? It's just different. And that isn't to say that, like, there isn't any toxic aspects to queer culture. I mean, we've all seen how, like, white queers can be horrible bullies. Horrible meanie buttheads. Gosh, Norway is empty. Look at how empty this road is. Literally nothing ahead of us. Seeing one other truck. Wow, I feel like I'm driving through North Dakota. Is Norway the North Dakota of Europe? Like, you know how, like, America, we talk about these these states, like Wyoming and the Dakotas, how, like, they have no people and they're, like, empty. Is Norway the Wyoming of Europe? Hess says, Addie, we're still in Denmark, right? I think we are. Yes, we are. We are definitely still in Denmark. I'm sorry. Denmark is boring. But my question still stands. Why did you slow down? Fucking rubbernecker. Equita says, I think it's also like a lot of us are reclaiming words. Yeah, like slut for sure. Reclaiming slut, like meaning it not in like a derogatory way. Meaning it in the way that like Dorothy calls Blanche a slut, you know? In Golden Girls. They're goofing a gaff and they're not meaning it in a fun, mean way. In fact, they support her slutness. That says Norway is the North Dakota of Scandinavia. But like, what about all of Europe? Is just Scandinavia in general the North Dakota of Europe? But like, I need to know. Like, what country do Europeans talk about that they're like, oh, nobody lives there, you know? Like, who the fuck lives in X? What country is it, Euros? I can't tell it for you. You gotta tell me. That says, that's Norway, yeah. Is it weird that the first Scandinavian I ever knew was a Norwegian? And she wasn't even like Norwegian. She was a lady that was Portuguese who moved to Norway. Pat says, because most of Norway's population lives in the southern part. Oh, I can't imagine why. Why would nobody want to live near the Arctic fucking circle? We're driving. Oh, we're driving. Pat says, like, there's that Norwegian American comedy where an Italian mobster moves to northern Norway as in witness protection. Oh, that's oh, don't tell me. I know what this is called. Tell me the first letter. Tell me the first letter and I'll know exactly what it's called. I think I know exactly what you're talking about. Lilyhammer, isn't it? I seen that on Netflix. I started the first episode and I was like, this shit sucks, and then I moved on. Echoda says, also, when I hear somebody try to insult me by calling me a slut, I can't think of much beyond how sad it is that they are trying to insult me for not being repressed about my sexuality. Exactly, like, oh, you're insulting me for coming a lot? For having orgasms? Okay. Ooh, look at me, I'm experiencing pleasure. How horrible of me. Audra says, I'm back from doing a little of needed spending. Audra, have you tried Delta 8 stuff? I know a lot of people like Delta 8. I have never tried it. Now, I want y'all to know that on Saturday or whatever, I could have gone and drove and saw a rocket launch, the Antares rocket launch. But my brother took the keys to the car with him when he went into another car. Imagine your fucking thought process. Why did you bring your car key, you stupid dumb fuck? Why? Anyway, we're driving through this tunnel. We're doing okay. Pet says, anyways, for reference, Denmark is weird because our highest mountain is a hill that is 147 meters tall, Or 482 feet. I mean, I think, wait, Fredo trans? Frito trans? Like cheese trans? Katie says, I think this is the 5th time I've asked, but before stream is over, I'm so sorry if you've asked and I've missed it. Chat is moving quite quickly. Are there any punishments for endangering people or breaking traffic laws in this game? Yes, I have that turned off in the gameplay options because I think I just get really annoyed, especially with speeding, because like, how the fuck am I supposed to slow down my truck in time? You know what I mean? Oh, 561 feet. Okay. But like, I mean, it's a mountain. Like, why are you expecting there to be mountains in Denmark, right? Like, why are you dick wagging that you have a bigger mountain than Denmark, you know? Like, oh, okay. Ooh. I feel that way about people that are like, when they look at the Appalachia, and they're like, those aren't mountains. These are mountains, and they talk about the Rocky Mountains. I'm like, motherfucker, can you, like, shut up? I hate you. You are the worst. Tess says, oh no, it's just that we have a hill called the Sky Mountain, which is only 147 meters. Amazing. Hello, Cesar! Oh my god, it's Cesar! Oh, Cesar! How are you, Cesar?
Our way. True to Kaiser.
Alright, I'm taking this turn. Fuck the red light. Pat says, I see you've recently watched Track 2. I mean, I used to listen to Funky Town a lot as a kid, like just on its own. Like I was into that song a lot as a kid. Pat says that's the only place that song appears anywhere. Fake news. I'm sure I've heard it in other places, like the radio. Okay. Oh look, gang! Look at that! Look at this shore. Can we drive on the beach? We'll try after we drop off our trailer. We'll try to drive onto the beach. Oh my god, I wonder if we can sink. Oh, we can't because we're going to Norway. Maybe I'll detach the trailer and try. Okay. Let's detach the trailer here. Let's park it here. Okay, I'm detaching the trailer. Let me save the game. Swim. Okay. We have decoupled the trailer. Look, it's so romantic. Oh, there's a fucking invisible wall. Watch. There's just an invisible wall there. You can't go on the beach. Sad. That's disappointing. Why are there walls? What? What the fuck? How the fuck did I get 4 damage from that? That was some bullshit, we gotta agree, as a class. That was some bullshit. Hez says, by the way, for reference, it's cold as fuck on this beach. Like, on average, this beach is 46 degrees Fahrenheit. Ooh, a little chilly. A little cold. That's a little chilly. Oh, great, I don't have to park on a boat. I don't have to, the game does it for me. Let's go... oh, isn't that where we're going? Stavanger? Paz says, this is the boat that Astrid loves? Astrid, why do you like going to Norway? Explain that to me. Ah! Oh, I accidentally opened that. Like what it says, I love all boats. Okay, so you are a woman after my own heart. Boats are awesome, I got to agree. Boats are the coolest. Name something better than boats. You can't. Because Norway is pretty nice for kayaking. Speaking of kayaking, I cleaned off my kayak a couple of days ago for the spring season, so you might start seeing a lot of kayaking images on my Twitter. Because bitches love kayaking. Oh, good golly, do bitches love kayaking. Okay, roundabout time. Trailer damage? From what? Oh well. Equita says, yeah, kayaking is the best exercise. I agree. I got a kayak last summer because, or was it 2 summers? It was, I don't remember how long. I don't remember how long ago I got my kayak, but I got my kayak because I cannot do any form of upright exercise anymore because of POTS. And everybody's advice was like, you should get a recumbent bicycle. Get a recumbent bicycle. What the fuck, man? Why was he stopped in the roundabout? Fucking fool. That's not the whole point of a roundabout is that everything keeps in motion. Anyway, the exercise for POTS, like recumbent bicycle or go to a gym and like swim. And I hate doing really like both of those. Gym because I don't like being perceived by people. And recumbent bicycling because this shit's expensive and dumb and I can't really do it anywhere. So I was like, what can I do that you can do sitting down? And I live in Maryland, which is super rivery, super lakey, and like water's everywhere. So I was like, well, why don't I just get a kayak? And then kayaking became a hyperfixation. I fell in love with it. I got on the water and I was like, oh my god, I want to do this every day for the rest of my life. And then when I got it, I kayaked like every day that summer, except for the days that it was storming really bad. And then there was that time that I nearly died kayaking, and that was fun. That was an experience. Alright, gang. Look at us. Look at us. Look at the time. We just finished a job at the perfect time. It's been a great stream. It's been zooming by. It's already time to go. I'm so sorry. I'm so sad. Before I go, I want to say a few things. A few things before we go. Number 1, I have a Patreon, and I want to thank my patrons, Paz, Equita, Silvercore, and Howie. Now, each tier on the Patreon has different rewards, and there's 4 tiers. And every patron gets access to a draft version of the video that I post every Friday on the YouTube channel. On top of that, we have a Discord that you can join. If you haven't already joined the Discord, that's where we hang out. Don't forget to subscribe and follow if you haven't already. And now, let's find somebody to raid. Somebody cool. Let's see. Oh, Let's see. Let's check out the non-binary tag since we were talking about that a lot today. Ooh, somebody here is playing Spiritfarer. Now, maybe y'all don't want to watch that because I heard that makes a lot of you cry. So let's check out this person that is playing Hollow Knight. They're called Nyx Can't Play. That interesting name. Actually, way too big for me. Never mind, we're gonna find somebody who's smaller. You know, I like small streamers. Alright, let's follow this person. They only have 7 followers. They're called Milk Toast. They only got 7 followers. We gotta go there and be nice, okay, gang? Their pronouns are they, them. Go be nice. They're playing Moonlighter. Looks really interesting. Alright, gang. 3, 2, 1. Let's go!